Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. It is your favorite show of the week. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here we go. The heated debate is going to start right away with Husam and LB. People hit that like button if you just arrived. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel. And we're here to talk about the PGMOL robbing Liverpool of league titles now. This might be the third league title that they get robbed of. They should be 5 points ahead now. Officially, they said that. Imagine if Man City win it with like 3 or 4 points. And then they say, yeah, Pep is better than Klopp because he won these league titles. What if it was the other way around? What if Liverpool was 7 points ahead now? And also talk about KDB. Is he actually the best in the history? Would Steven Gerrard be remembered if it wasn't for one game? Even would he have made top 10 if it wasn't for one game in Istanbul? And that's what we're talking about, an FFP legacy for Man City. Was it built on money? But listen, I'm here with LB and Husam. And how are you guys feeling today? No football is almost
bro.
here. It's almost here.
It's freezing, mate. Yeah? Get me on a plane to Jordan, bro. You know what I mean? It's too cold, man. It's too cold out here. It's like 0 degrees.
LB, you want to hear what's messed up? It's like 3 degrees over here. So I'm freezing as well. That's why I got my
3
hoodie
degrees,
on.
bro. I thought it was fucking hot there.
No, in Jordan, we have all 4 seasons. When it's winter, it's really cold. When it's summer, it's really hot. So, yeah, it's freezing right now. I have my heating on. I've got my hoodie on and stuff. So, it's very cold. So, yeah. If you want to go somewhere, you should go like Dubai or something. That's where it's like...
Yeah. That's it, man. I didn't know that about. I thought Jordan was like a hot gaff.
They have snow, bro, in Jordan.
Serious?
Yeah.
It snowed here last year. It might snow next Wednesday, actually.
Yo, why are you waffling for, man? I just Googled it. It says it's 17 degrees.
No, it's not 17 degrees.
That's what it says on Google. Where you live? Amman.
No, I don't live in the capital.
Oh, in that Amman, it's 17 degrees, bro.
No, I live somewhere else. I live in the hills.
He lies.
Also, why are you taking the weather at 2
50.
p.m., bro? It's literally
Hills.
3 degrees here.
Hills in Jordan weather.
No.
Google doesn't know, man.
No, it's literally 15 degrees in Erbil.
See, I don't lie. 3.
Oh, you lie.
This guy, man.
3, but I can't show it.
You have your app on England and then you tell us like it's Jordan.
No, wallahi, it's not. Wallahi, it's not. It actually is 3 degrees.
Oh my God.
All right, bro.
Oh
I
my
don't live in
God.
the capital, man. Do I look like someone from the capital?
We look like someone from Jordan. Jordan, all of it is capital. You're like 5 million people. Good.
No, it's
Good
not.
for you.
First of all, stop disrespecting Jordan. It's 15 million
I'm not
people.
disrespecting. That's good for you. I wish my country was like 10 million people. We would have lived much better.
Second of all,
We're like 100 million people.
countries. There's borders with 4 different countries. You get me? So let's just, allow it. Also,
All right.
Katsan, they're calling me out on the chat. Listen, you're going to pay £100 to become a moderator on my channel, and you're broke. So hold that.
Listen, let's start because this is guys, hit that like button, get us to 100 likes right off the bat, people. But let's start with this PGMOL thing, because I did the math though. LB said on many shows that he thinks Man City might win the league by 5 to 9 points. Well, Liverpool, they should have had 3 points from Spurs because if the goal counted and a penalty against Arsenal, plain and obvious. And again, I feel like every time I'm listening to this communication between the referees, these guys are actually, I'm sorry, with all due respect, ignorant in terms of communication. The guys don't know how to speak, how to talk to each other. One of them said he's fallen to the ground, and the other one is responding to a completely different thing. Because the on-field referee said, yeah, he's fallen to the ground, but the other one should have told him, no, he's not. And then we start another comment. Now he literally told him, no, he's bringing his hand back. So I think the miscommunication is what caused all of this. But the final result is Liverpool could have had 3 points against Spurs, and they had 0 points. Could have had 3 points against Arsenal. They had 1 point, and we would have been talking about completely different race, right? And that doesn't happen to every club, like blatantly like this. It doesn't happen to every club. It will happen to a 50-50 thing, like a push here, a push there. I'm looking at this, I'm like, you're incompetent to the point
as well, where Gross should have been sent off.
My point is that changes legacies though, because this era is called Pep era, and I admit Pep is, for me, is the better coach. But the facts are Klopp might have won another league title. There is that
Yes, and even from 2 years
handball,
ago,
and we would have
the
and we
Rodri
know that,
handball.
yeah, and we know that the history says Man City didn't cheat. It's not Man City's problem. They didn't do anything about it. Like they didn't go and pay the referees to do that. But these circumstances change eras, and
Allegedly.
Liverpool, no, there is no. I read all the charges. There's no charge that they bribed the referees, bro. It didn't happen.
I'm just saying these referees
Didn't
go
happen.
to the UAE to
No,
referee
but
games.
look, from a Liverpool perspective, how are you looking at this? Should Klopp be more respected because we'll say one league title here, only one league title? Pep won 5. Should he? It could have been 3-3 now at this point.
Everyone thinks Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager of all time. And based on that logic, then the only manager in the league who beat one of the greatest managers of all time, of course, deserves to get respected. If I go run a 100-meter race against Usain Bolt and I beat him, then I'm the only one who has beat Usain Bolt. Pep Guardiola, there's two managers who have beaten Pep Guardiola to league titles since he's become a manager. And that's Mourinho and Klopp. Two of the greats right there.
Conte.
Okay, listen, the Conte one I don't count. It was his first season at City. He was
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
Kolarov left center back. Let's not do this. Now, yeah. So I'm talking about actually involved in a race with Pep and beaten. So, by the way, that Chelsea year, I swear Spurs finished second. City didn't even finish second. Like they didn't even challenge.
Spurs did really well. They got 86 points that year. That wins you the league a lot of years. 86.
No, I'm not talking about Spurs. City, they finished third, right?
Yeah, but you said Spurs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the Conte one, like, it's not like Pep was challenging Conte. So, you know, I'm saying like direct challenge with Pep. So, of course, Klopp deserves more respect. And Klopp deserves more support from our board as well. That's why I'm against my ownership. That's why I do call out my ownership and expect more from them, because I know that Liverpool can afford to make transfers. And I think this recent FFP garbage has just, you know, gotten into the minds of certain stuff. So, yeah, it is what it is.
How can they fix that? Like, just why is Liverpool?
Nah,
I genuinely
it's
ask
not
him.
just Liverpool though, bro. This is the thing that's just not true. You act like Liverpool are the only team to get bad decisions.
Like,
name one bad decision City got this season. Go on.
Hwang should have been sent off against Wolves. He scored the winner.
Yeah, and the goal that you scored, was a foul on Cunha. The free kick on Alvarez.
Wait, what? So you do you want me to
literally
go through
before
some of the
Alvarez
decisions?
was fouled, there was a
Do you
foul
want me
on
to go
Cunha.
through some of the decisions that you've had this year?
No
you've
problem.
had
You can name them.
No, I don't want to, because I'm not. I'd rather just focus on my own team and how my team.
I'm not naming the decisions City got. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying Liverpool have been shafted by VAR. The agenda headed into the season was what? Arsenal are against PGMOL.
You act like you're the only team to get bad decisions against you.
I never said that. Well, I've never claimed that we're the only club to get bad decisions. Out of the top 6 clubs, we're the clubs that have had the worst.
No, you kind of did, because then when I mentioned that you were every team gets done, and you said mention one for City, I mentioned one, and then instantly you go on the defensive and go, well, actually, if you look at the foul that you should have had for the goal, it's like, bro, I asked you a simple question. You asked me to tell you.
I'm not going on the defensive. I'm just stating a fact.
No,
the Alvarez free kick that he scored, there was a foul on Hwang before.
I don't even know, because I can't remember. All I'm telling you is
I remember.
I remember that. Yeah, no, because clearly you got the PTSD
Cunha
about
got
it.
fouled.
All I'm telling you is you're not the only club to be hard done by VAR. Every club gets done by VAR. Every club gets done by referees. We've always done that. It's always
how
happened.
much though? It's how much? That's the question.
Because you lot moan about it 24/7, man.
Oh,
because they lose the league. Okay, so LB, to be honest, because they lose the league.
Well, how about we instead of blaming referees, why don't we blame Darwin Núñez for missing the sitter against Luton? Why don't we do that? Yeah. Instead of moaning about Rodri, what about when Salah missed a penalty and you got beat 1-0? I can't remember the team you got beat. Why don't we? This is what I'm saying. Instead of just blame
1-0 by anyone this season.
Okay, whatever it was. No, not this season.
One game, and it was the biggest VAR farce.
Not this year. Not this year. I'm talking about the Rodri year. Why don't you focus on your actual team performing better rather than just VAR all the time? Why not looking at Darwin Núñez? Why did he miss a sitter 2 yards out against Luton?
First of all, I'm not focusing on it. That's what Mo asked me. If Mo asks me a question about referees, what do you want me to talk about? My eyebrows? I have to talk about referees. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mo asked this question. Be mad at
Yeah, but
Mo.
it's a dead question for Mo then. Mo, I don't get the question.
No,
bro.
it is a
It's like-
question. Okay.
Yeah, but
Also, LB, there's levels.
Okay, let me ask you something, LB. Have you had any apology?
Look at us three. I just want to say one sentence. Look at us three, right? Imagine us three we're walking outside, right? Mo punches you in the face, but then I kick Mo in the mouth, and then Mo gets knocked out, and you just get up. There's levels to how wrong things happen. When you say, yes, clubs have had decisions go against them, that's a generalized statement. That's not true in reality. I'll give you another club, since you don't like the...
That is
let
true.
me speak. Let me break it down. I'll give you another example that's not Liverpool, so you can stop being mad. Wolverhampton Wanderers is #1 getting shafted by VAR this season. Absolutely ruined by VAR this season, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Go look how many decisions they've had go against them in important moments. Wolves have been shafted of about 9 points from VAR decisions. Now, in terms of the bigger clubs, if we're minimizing it to the top 6, I think Wolves have been done worse than us. So I'm not saying we're the worst in the league. No, Wolves have gotten worse decisions, and I've admitted that. Yeah, but I'm saying out of the top 6, though, when I look at it, the Brighton game, the Spurs game, the Arsenal game. I mean, we've already had 4 apologies this season, LB. I don't know if you listened to the audio, the Odegaard audio. The PGMOL released it, the Odegaard audio. They're like, oh yeah, it touched his hand, but he's leaning. And it's like the dumbest shit you can ever hear. So if I say, yes, everyone gets shafted, but out of the top 6, Liverpool have been done the worst, hard done by, it's even via the apology thing. We got 3 apologies so far. So it's not me making shit up. It's reality.
Yeah, but the point that I'm making is, and that's fair, you can say that. The point that I'm saying is, I don't think you should use that as an excuse if you don't win the league. That's my point.
So there are no excuses here, LB. So my point is, we are not talking about Wolves. We aren't talking about Brighton, because there are 2 at the end. There are only 2 teams that were head-to-head to win this league in the past 6 years. It's Liverpool and City. So there is no point of me sitting here and discussing Nottingham Forest getting hard done by the referee. It didn't change an outcome. Nottingham Forest stayed last season. The facts are, Liverpool have had blatant decisions against them that could have changed the outcome of the title winner of the season. Yes, Nunes missed chances. So has Haaland missed chances. Everybody missed chances. There are small decisions against Liverpool. You don't see Liverpool fans crying about Pascal Gross not being sent off. But you see them saying, we scored a legitimate goal. There was a miscommunication between the referees. We can lose this league by 1 point, and we could have been winning the league this year. If the league ends by 2 points or 1 point, that decision could have won Man City the league. That's nothing against Man City. But to be honest with you, I don't see like something as blatant. Everybody gets decision against them. But you get decision for you as well. Liverpool, right? I don't believe that, what's his name, should have been sent off. The Ayu guy. And there is a penalty for Jota, for example, I think in the beginning of the season. Yes, but there is a difference between a blatant decision that is a miscommunication between the referees. Complete miscommunication. They literally told him the wrong message in the Spurs game. Completely told him the wrong message. And the other one is the handball. The handball, miscommunication again. It's not that the decision, they saw it on the pitch something, and then they decided something else. The guy asked, did he fall to the ground? And they told him, they actually answered the other question. They literally... If you listen, they literally answered another. They said he's pulling his hand towards him, and the guy said he's falling to the ground. The audio,
Mo, that's fair. That's a fair comment. That was obviously a penalty. My point. That was a penalty, but at the same time, what I'm saying is, all teams get shafted by VAR. My opinion is that it evens itself out at the end of the season. You know that you are right. That was never a second booking for Ayew. So you could argue that they've been lucky there, because he should never have been sent off, in my opinion. So, yes, they've had some bad decisions go their way. So have City, so have Arsenal. Everyone does. It'll even itself out. You've already had a one evener there against Crystal Palace. Would you have won that game if they had 10 men? Possibly not. So, it just balances itself out. So I just like, yes, you're more about it at the time, but at the end of the day, it all just comes down to, for me, the best team that wins the league wins the league. That's just a fact, regardless of refereeing decisions. I just don't buy into it at all.
I don't think that sometimes small decisions, if the league, it evens itself out, only the winner will say that, LB. To be honest with you, only the team that comes on top say that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That's been a saying in this country.
Do you think if Liverpool, do you think, okay, so let me ask Husam, do you think that a team like Liverpool, if they lose the league by 1 or 2 points, they will come out and say, yeah, it evened itself out, we're all right? Do you think they will say that?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Of course, only the
If we
winner will
lose the
say
league
that.
by 1 point, then decisions like this will be remembered 100%.
Of course,
100%
and
will
it
be
changes
remembered.
legacies. To be honest, it changes legacy, in my opinion. Listen, I'm not saying that what LB is saying is completely wrong. I'm just saying, as blatant as these calls, I haven't seen them. I haven't. Unless I see consistency in making wrong decisions against City and Arsenal, like consistently making the wrong decision, it's tough. Like, and I'm saying there is and LB, you're not listening to what I'm saying about this point. There is a difference between someone making the wrong decision and miscommunication that resulted in a team losing a goal. Just miscommunication. As how are you answering the wrong question? That's my point. There is a difference between, yes, you get a goal. Like, for example, I would not moan about the goal you scored against Wang, for example, against Wolves, for example. I'm like, yeah, they didn't call the foul. Fine. They called the penalty for you against Man United that started the game, right? But again, the other day, the same exact pull or something against Udogi, they didn't call it. But these are even themselves out. But a call like what Liverpool happened, I think it changes legacy. Because
you can't listen.
I get why it evened itself out, but
it does even itself out, in my opinion. And yeah, listen, if Liverpool miss the league if Liverpool don't win the league by a point, clearly they're going to use that as an excuse. But realistically, that's not the only reason that they didn't win the league. Yeah, there'd be other reasons why they didn't. So you're saying to me, Mo, if they lost the league by 1 or 2 points,
that these decisions might be the reason why they lost the league.
Might be.
But it happens everywhere, by the way.
So I'll say might be. But also, Darwin Núñez missing a shot from 2 yards out against Luton is also part of the problem. You have to accept that. You have to. Otherwise, you're being disingenuous there.
But missing a chance is part of the game. Having the wrong having the miss
LB, having the miss part of the game.
No, having miscommunication between the ref and the VAR isn't part of the game.
No. So this is
the referee interpreting something wrong.
This is where I've got a problem with you, Mo. This is where I've got a problem with you, Mo, because I've just been fair there. I said Husam is right. If they miss the league by 1 or 2 points, he's fair to blame the referees and have a bit of a moan. But at the same time, you can't then sit there and say Darwin Núñez is completely absolved of all responsibility because missing chances from 2 yards out in front of Luton Town at open net is part of the game. No, you can't do that. You've got to at least take both of them. You can't just blame it. This is what I'm talking about. You can't just blame it on the referees.
But let me ask you something. Do you? And I want to ask Husam. Missing chances is part of the game. Do you think miscommunication between the referee and the VAR is part of the game?
No, it's not. And I think this is what I think LB is missing my point here. I don't think I will blame us not winning the league on a chance missed in October or a referee decision in November. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, first of all, the Premier League referees can't be trusted from February till May. And I think you're missing the point that Mo is making. Mo is not talking about genuine human errors. He's talking about incompetence. He's talking about a referee going like, well done, lads, good process, when a goal wasn't given. That is not something that is a human error. That is just pure incompetence. So we're talking about a referee watching an offside decision, fully seeing that the guy's onside, and then confirming the offside decision on the pitch because he thought that the referee gave it as an onside. So this is not part of football. This is not a part of football. This is called incompetence. And for me, I've been 100% consistent on referees. I am 100% against. I think the Premier League referees are the worst referees, and I think they affect the outcome of the games way too much for many games. By the way, let me give you a prime example right now. Relegation battle. Burnley taking on Luton. Burnley are 1-0 up against Luton. Luton's striker, Adebayo, elbows the Burnley goalkeeper in the stomach, and the goal gets allowed instead of it being disallowed for a foul on the Burnley goalkeeper. The reason why it's not headline news is because Burnley and Luton. So now if Burnley get relegated because they lost on these 3 points, then what will we say? Because the Premier League referees are incompetent generally, and they need to be taught how to actually referee and how to make decisions. That does not mean that I can't acknowledge that certain teams have been shafted more this season than others. And that's just what I am saying. And have Liverpool been shafted more than the other big clubs? Yes. But if I'm saying who's been shafted the most, I've already said, I think Wolverhampton Wanderers have been 100% robbed the most this season. They've been robbed of about 9-10 points. So for me, is it an excuse? No, but if this continues to happen, if Liverpool has another 3-4 PGMOL apologies from now until May, and we have 8-9 apologies by the end of the year, then they're just taking the piss type thing. So there needs to be a level of like consistency. There needs to be a level of Premier League referees actually doing their jobs and being competent. I'm not talking about human errors. I'm talking about being competent and consistent. It's not too much to ask for. I'd rather us make the Premier League with the La Liga referees or the Italian referees. It wouldn't be as bad as this.
I agree.
LB. 2 league titles won by 1 point. And this is the last thing before we move on to KDB.
Yeah.
2 league titles won by 1 point. If one decision won Liverpool, they would have had they would have won the league. This is one decision. Or you still think it's even because this will be remembered as Pep's era. I will remember this as Pep's era, right? It's not going to be Klopp's era. It's not. If Liverpool don't win another league and Pep wins 4-peat, nobody will remember that Klopp is. Yeah, they will. He won 1 league title, but it won't be remembered as Klopp at all.
This is the Pep Klopp era, whether you like it or not.
Okay, now you keep saying that. Whatever. In 10 years, I know exactly what happens. It's not going to be remembered.
No, in 10 years, people will say the only guy to beat Pep to a title was Klopp. And that was the point I made at the start.
Same as Leicester winning the league. You're going to be remembered as same as Leicester.
Yeah.
You're going to be remembered as Leicester winning the league. It's not going to be.
But now more
gonna be
now just doing.
I am being. See the difference? When I'm on your side, you like me. See the difference?
No. By the way, you're saying when I'm on your side,
you like me. Do you guys see what is happening here?
I actually
he likes
sided
me
with
only
LB.
when I'm on his side.
I sided with LB. I did not side with you. Even LB said I agree with Husam. I'm siding with LB. So you're the one that's making. This is the week where me and him cook you, because now you're waffling.
Okay, LB, is it going to be Klopp? LB,
can I speak?
No.
Is this a solo show or is this the panel?
No, it's Mo's show. Mo's asking the question, not you.
Okay, let me land first. Let me make my point.
You're waffling, bro. You're waffling, bro.
You said it's not the Klopp Pep era, it's just the Pep era. I'm saying.
So let LB first talk, and then you can answer us.
You didn't ask
you're
LB
assuming the LB's with you.
Okay,
you're assuming the LB's with you.
Let me land.
You're gonna paint this big picture. The LB's with you, and then he's gonna come and say, "No, this is Pep's era." You see what's happening here? You see what's going on here?
He's trying to overthrow the leader, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You bro. Rally the
LB is
troops,
on
bro.
my side. Don't blame LB. Now, what I'm saying is we have to respect the guy that beat the guy. UFC. If someone beat Khabib, he gets respected. Boxing, if someone beat Mayweather, he gets respected. Now, if we're putting Pep on pedestals, and rightfully so because of what he's achieved in his career, then we have to respect the only guy to beat him in a race. That is not me saying anything mad. And also the fact that Liverpool challenged twice and lost out by a point.
Wallahi, nobody remembers the shit, bro.
No, people remember.
Let me point this out to you, though, yeah? So that's a fair point. I would come back to you, though, and say, would people respect Klopp for beating a Manchester City team that were dreadful that year? You didn't beat us in a title race. We got 81 points.
That's the stuff that no one remembers. I don't think people remember how good City were in a specific season. People will remember City overall.
People will remember that.
Yeah, people will not remember that, LB, because nobody remembers. If nobody, can I ask you guys something? Who finished second in the Invincible year? Do you guys know for sure?
Man United, I think.
Manchester United.
Yeah.
You think? That's the thing.
I'm pretty sure.
In 20 years. Not a lot of people will remember they will remember that Klopp won a league title, and it was the first league title. But if Pep wins another title, you cannot argue that this is Pep and Klopp's era. That means one league title versus 6.
It's not a Pep and Klopp era. It's very
not
much
for sure. They will
no,
remember
you're saying about if he wins this season. Okay, then
let me explain to you. They will remember that Klopp won 1 league title, right? They will remember. If you win this year, it will be remembered because it will be 5 versus 2 and challenging twice. But it's as simple as if
where
Pep
you
wins
getting
another
5 from?
Man City
Pep
won 5.
4 league titles.
5, Habibi, 5. 2 in the
beginning. No, 3-peated.
Habibi, 2.
3-peated and then 1920 and then a year before.
Just wait. Pep, this is his 7th year. He lost to Conte and Klopp.
They won 4 titles.
No, he won 2 and then a 3-peat. Husam, he won 2 and 3-peat.
He won 2022.
No,
2021.
We're not arguing this, okay? They won back-to-back titles and then they won a 3-peat. I don't know what we're arguing here. He lost to Conte, won 2 league titles. Liverpool won 1, and then he won a 3-peat.
Yeah, he's right.
What are we arguing here?
Like, it is 5.
You don't check it.
He's checking it, man.
Okay. You don't need to. We know that.
We fact checked it, bro. It's chill.
I need to what's it called? I forgot the.
That's Husam. This is why I'm saying it's
no. I forgot the Mourinho year. The Mourinho year. I forgot the Mourinho year.
Man United finished second. So anyway, my point is, Man United finished second once. Arsenal finished second once. You finished second twice. You won 1 league title. They won 5 already. If they win 6, you want me to you want people in 10 years to remember this as
no. I hear you.
That's it. That's my point. Sure. But that's it. That's why I asked LB. Do you think? And this is. But we sidetracked and we went all over the place with this because you want to defend Klopp so much. He's a good manager, great manager. He isn't Pep. But anyway. He isn't Pep. He could have been Pep if the referees gave that handball. Could have been Pep.
Or maybe Salah scores the penalty against Bournemouth that he missed when he got beat 1-0.
But that doesn't happen to City though. You see that point? See the difference, LB. You're arguing Liverpool should have, right? They aren't arguing City should have. They're arguing the referees should have. I think that's the difference. Because you know that the referees make mistakes against Liverpool and because you won the title, you argue that Liverpool should have scored. They aren't arguing City should have. They're arguing, the referees should have done their job. It's as simple as that. That is what Liverpool fans are arguing. And there's no argument against that. I think it's simple. Anyway, long story short, we're moving on. Let me do the super chat before we move on. Guys, hit that like button because we aren't in enough likes, people. This is embarrassing. We aren't on enough.
By the way, guys, after this, I'm doing a show ranking Premier League managers from 1 to 20.
I'm joining that show.
Just saying.
I'm joining that show.
If you put Klopp top, then you're just a complete.
Yes, exactly. We have to have referees on that show, LB. We have to have
so many controversial opinions. You guys.
Yeah, you're gonna like.
If you put Klopp above Pep Guardiola, you are a fraud.
No, I am not.
Oh my!
So that you just telling me that you're going to do that? Okay, brilliant.
I don't know what I'm going to do for number 1. I'm saying there's other stuff in my mind.
You know what, Husam, you need to honestly. If you put Pep above Klopp, I think that's one of the most legit things you've ever done, bro.
I'm thinking first.
And you haven't done a lot in your life, so it's fine.
I'm thinking first, how low should I put Ten Hag? That's the biggest question.
What do you mean? Are you ranking the managers?
I promise you, that's the one thing that I just can't think. Like, how low should I put that guy? I just do not know. Ten Hag. That's what I'm thinking about. To be honest, I'm not been lying. I'm just thinking like, shit. Should I put him like bottom 10? Should I put him like bottom 5? Even?
Yeah, bottom 10, bro. Easy.
Finishing,
Gary O'Neill.
Respect. Finishing third. Winning a trophy with Man United last year.
Nah.
Put respect on Ten Hag. Put respect on the bold guy. Put respect.
Not for me, Brev.
Anyway, let me do the super chats before we're moving on. BIG is saying Gross should have gotten a red card plus 3 points. Late penalty against Luton plus 3 points. Spurs plus 1 point. Very realistic forecast. City's weak PKs saved them. Wow. Liverpool fan, clearly. But yes, thank you. LB, you are right, but Liverpool have been shafted the most. That's what Husam is saying, BIG.
Yes,
thank you
if
so
LB
much.
just recognize that part, then he will be...
We'll move on.
I don't necessarily not disagree with that. My point is that it'll even itself out by the end of the season. You're already starting to see that already with some of the decisions you've got. And come the end of the year, you won't be blaming referees if you don't win the league. You'll be blaming players like Darwin Nunes for missing a sitter for 2 yards. Of course they will. Yeah, of course they will blame them, but they should blame their own players.
If they lose by less than 2 points or 3 points, they will definitely blame referees. Unless there is a massive decision against City. If the season goes by and nobody had a decision against them like this, I think they have to blame the referees because these are 3 points, bro.
Because they can't blame Darwin Nunes for missing a shot.
No, you won't. They won't. LB. Everybody miss. Okay, listen, LB. Unless it even itself out, as you said,
right?
They have the right to blame the referees.
Not Darwin Nunes for missing a shot from 2 yards out. No. Okay, let's just forget about the players. Yeah, this guy cost 80 million quid. He's on about 200 grand a week.
Absolutely,
he can't put the ball in the back of the net from 2 yards out.
Listen, I explained to you. You just don't want to listen to it.
I do want to listen to it. You don't want to listen to it. I just agreed. I just agreed with this super chat. Big up BIG. Yeah, I agree with the super chat. The problem is you don't want to accept.
You're smart.
I know I'm very smart, bro. But you don't want to accept. You do not want to accept that there's any responsibility on the players.
Of course, everybody. There is a responsibility of Arsenal not winning the games.
There's a
You're not hitting my point.
Players,
But
on the managers, on everyone. But you said it's gonna even itself out. Factually speaking, no agenda. Liverpool should be on 0 L's right now. We should be undefeated in the Premier League till this
5
moment.
points ahead.
Yes. No, you can't say that though. Because
no, I can't say that because of the Spurs game.
No, because
you have to recognize
that
one was a full-on robbery. The Spurs game was a robbery.
No, the goal was a robbery. You don't know what would have happened after that, though. We don't have a
no, not only the goal. The PGMOL also said Jota shouldn't have been sent off. So we'd have been with 10 men. And we've won games this season with 10 men. And I'm not even claiming a win. I'm claiming a draw. I'm saying at least that game ends in a draw.
I agree you got robbed for the goal, but no one knows what would have happened in that game.
And the red card, LB. And the red card.
And no one knows if Rodri handball was given what was going to, you might have still won the game.
Rodri should have been sent off against Newcastle. That's another one.
So yeah, but so Bruno should have been sent off first.
Bruno who? Fernandes?
Guimaraes.
Yeah, I think Husam, you got dragged into this. It's not about these small decisions. It's about missing.
It is what it is. You just said Rodri should have been sent off. I'm saying the only reason Rodri should have been sent off is because Bruno should have been sent off.
Okay, let me do this. BIG. It's saying you just got robbed of 1 million LB. Stop moaning FFP.
We talk about money for, bro. You don't want to win trophies.
German
He's
chicken wing.
An analogy, basically.
A Man City fan, of course. German chicken wing. Big up. Thank you so much for
supporting. Here we go. Oh my God.
Liverpool fans.
Channel I go on. This guy.
Can I freaking read the super chat?
Hold that German chicken wing. This guy.
Okay,
never
you read.
We mean hold that.
Always lurking, ready to attack. German chicken wing. You really are.
You read the super chat.
Face me in my own channel if you're a man.
Read the super chat then. You cut me off.
No, I'm not reading this.
So it's just why you cut me off when I'm reading the super chat.
I call him up, then you can read it. It's not that big of a deal.
Liverpool fans talk too much about their bad calls, but always ignore the call that favored them against City, Palace, and Jota dive. Jota didn't dive. I'll just
against City. What decision did we get dive?
Against City, which decision did we get against City?
I think it was never a foul on Alisson, in my opinion.
Oh my God!
It's a clear foul. Kanji literally jumped into him.
I don't think
he literally jumped into him.
He jumped into him. I'm like, what is this?
You're so shameless. You're so.
I don't care. I don't care because we should have done more.
Crystal Palace. You've already said it. Crystal Palace.
Do you know why LB
that has nothing to do with Liverpool. That's Ayew being stupid, because Andre Ayew was on a yellow and then he stopped the counter attack. He got sent off. That's his problem, not mine. And the third one with the Jota one, as Mo said, that's not a dive. I can literally show you
the call. The contact is there.
I could show you the image right now. The reason why he felt it late,
it's not dive,
LB. The reason why he felt it late is because the contact was made on his
right foot after he stepped. Yes.
Yeah, the contact was late to begin with. That's why the thing was late. You get me?
Nah, it was a dive. I don't care about that one, to be honest.
Okay. Anyway. See, this is it. This is thank you, Dan. Thank you. Shots missed versus VAR F-ups. Shot missed is in our hand. So the VAR, they can't do anything about the VAR.
They got down Carlito.
Yeah.
You're missing the point of his super chat, though.
Maybe I am. Oh, he's a City fan.
I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before.
That makes up my point. Liverpool. Yeah, of course, Husam. We know. I know the contact happened.
Yeah, but brother, I know this contact. I still think it's a dive.
Bro, he didn't take one step more. He took one step. He put one.
Okay. That's fine.
But I'm not going to argue this. I'm not going to argue.
Well, what are you going to say about this super chat? What do you say about this super chat?
Okay, this in their hand, they missed chances. Part of football. Miscommunication by VAR. It's not in their hand.
Yeah, but Don Carlito is telling the truth. You can't control VAR. We all going to get shafted on VAR.
I told you.
And then I asked
LB, we are doing this. Husam, LB, we're doing this show. Right, inshallah, until the end of the season, inshallah, and we'll do shows on your channel. Me and you will talk until the end of the season. If you get shafted like Liverpool, miscommunication, a goal gets chopped off because the referee said the wrong thing, I will admit that it even itself out. But you don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, there is a penalty here and there. There is a free kick.
What about Jack Grealish going through on goal then? In the 93rd minute of the game, and the referee brings it back for a free kick. What are you going to say about that?
That's one. Here we go, people.
Thank you. What about Juan? The winner. What?
Against Spurs, they could have won.
Are you saying about him playing advantage against Spurs?
Yeah.
Him bringing it for a fall back?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Simon Hooper. That's the same guy that Liverpool literally led a charge against.
Husam,
We wanted him to stop refereeing.
Husam, so he's saying it evened itself out.
It
He
evened
proved the
itself
point.
out.
Thank you, LB. LB, thank you for opening my eyes.
You cannot guarantee that the guy that was through on goal scores to begin with. And also,
you cannot guarantee. He said you cannot guarantee.
You cannot guarantee you would have scored the penalty against Arsenal.
Oh my God, everyone jumped up like they made something. Jack Grealish is slower than all the Spurs defenders.
Them the words, bruh. You just said you can't guarantee. So I say to you that
they would have caught up to him.
You cannot guarantee that you would have beat Tottenham.
You made a mistake.
I never said the penalty. I said draw.
LB, there is a bigger thing. The penalty against Arsenal, people. Mo Salah missed the penalty after. He could have missed the penalty.
Because Salah missed one against
Bournemouth. He literally just missed the penalty that 2 game weeks after.
Oh, damn.
Didn't he just miss the penalty? Mohamed Salah missed the penalty and scored the second penalty in the same game.
Oh, Newcastle. Yeah.
So Mohamed Salah could have missed the penalty as well.
Slower than all the Spurs centre backs, so they would have caught up to him anyway.
You made the mistake. You ruined all the arguments.
Listen, you draw a game at home, bro. You draw a game at home for Ben Davies.
We spoke for 35 minutes. You fraud and you ruined it.
Yeah, bro. You cannot say that.
I did not ruin anything. That's still
not
as bad
as
any other Liverpool.
You proved my point entirely, Brev.
You ruined
it.
You ruined the 45-minute argument.
No, I did not ruin it. I did not. Point still stands.
Okay, German chicken wing is saying, so we are going to act as if the City and Spurs game never happened. Funny, Husam always say name one bad call against City. Crazy.
Yes, an advantage wasn't played is like a referee saying that an offside goal was given onside by the guy, so just say, well done, lads, good process. That's the same thing, right?
No, it's not, but it's the same as the penalty.
No. Honestly, this sometimes, you know what it is? I love talking to LB and Nobbins, but some of the City fans in the comment section, I would rather bang my wall against, like, my head against the wall.
No, because now you're changing the game now. That's what you're doing. You're changing the game. It's no different. You don't know that Salah would have scored the penalty against Arsenal if they would have given the penalty against Odegaard.
And there is a proof that he misses penalties.
He misses
penalties. And by the way, you can ask Mo right now what I said about that to begin with.
I don't know.
I don't need to ask him. The point.
No, you nice quote, Mo. Look at this devil's advocate. You're
no, let me know. So remind me.
You don't remember what I said after the Arsenal game.
Wallahi, I can't remember. Wallahi al-azim. Wallahi, I can.
You forgot?
Yeah,
so you forgot when I said that maybe if that penalty was given and we scored the goal, the Trent goal never happens.
Yes. Okay, now I remember that. Yes.
I said it. So I never blamed referees in that game. Actually, in that game, I blamed Klopp, to be honest with you.
Okay. AK is saying City have 115 charges, can't respect until cleared. Oh my God. I will go there.
Where's your gavel, Mo?
It's right there. Okay. Danny here is saying, imagine the highest cost Liverpool the league.
Danny, imagine your whole lifetime versus just the Klopp era. I've seen more trophies. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Danny support. Who's Danny support?
That is a Spurs fan. You could tell by the shameless picture he has.
I can't see the picture. How can
I can't see
a Spurs fan cannot banter me. I'm gonna be honest with you, because remember, the biggest moment in your club's history belongs to Liverpool Football Club. Top Champions League final, you lost to us. Your biggest ever moment. So sit down. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay.
Before I put all these pictures.
Anyway, listen, people, 400 people here. Can we get the likes up a little bit? I don't know how many likes are we on. Wallah, you're frauds, guys, in the chat. We're not even on 200 likes. Hit that like button. The only way we'll get people to watch. We're growing this channel. Look at this pure entertainment that you never see this anywhere other than on LB and Husam.
That's not the only way you get people to watch. Me and LB together is prime time, Habibi.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't speak about the like button like the like button matters. Me and LB will leave the show right now. Don't disrespect us like that. This is the Hardy Boys, Habibi. We are the Hardy Boys. Exactly. Thank you, LB. This is the Hardy Boys.
There we go.
This is the Undertaker and Kane. You get me? I'm Bobby Ray Dudley and he's Devon Dudley. Don't disrespect our legacy like that. Me and LB, we cook on the show. You fraud. Talking about the like button. But guys,
Husam, you're rattled very easy. You're rattled very easy. Husam, you are very rattled so
German chicken
easily.
wing. I've known you for the last 4 months. You have never come to my channel. You have never faced me like a man in the comment section. You've never confronted me. Everywhere I go, you're on my balls. Every channel I go on. If I go on Staffy TV, if I go on Footy Judmo, if I go on the terrace, if I go on fucking Mars, German chicken wing, 5 francs, Husam, blah, 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 blah. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the support for the channel. Xonzi Media super sticker. Thank you so much. And Don Carlito is coming. LB proves that waffling long enough. LB.
What?
Proves that waffling long enough will beat anything, just like what they are doing with the 115 charges. My previous super chat was agreeing with Mo. Oh, Mo.
Well, in that case, it was a terribly worded super chat, Dan, because it was a shockingly worded super chat, bro.
Don Carlito.
You literally, yeah, bro, you literally proved my point, bro. You literally proved my point with your own super chat. So I don't know what you try to do there.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, because he said you cannot control VAR, which is the whole point that I'm trying to make. Whereas missing a chance from 2 yards out, that's in your player's control. He literally proved my point, and then says he don't agree with me.
That doesn't prove your point. He's saying that
it does.
He's saying that works in reverse as well. You can blame what you can control, but if something from the outside influences that, and it's not your fault.
He's insane.
Look at it as you look at it as you driving a car, right? LB can put on a seatbelt, and you can drive slowly, and you can be very careful with the way you drive, and then some stupid motherfucker will go do the roundabout in reverse, and then he'll end up, God forbid, hitting you. I hope no one here has a traffic accident. God forbid, hitting you. That is his fault, because it's outside influence, despite LB doing everything he can. So what his point is, if I can control something, I'll blame my player, because Don Carlito has blamed Nunes before, blamed Salah, blamed players. Of course, I've blamed players too. I just told you the Arsenal game, right? There was a PGMOL apology. I blamed Klopp on that game. I did not blame the referees. But if there is something I cannot control, then it irritates me more, because it's not something I'm responsible of. It's other people ruining my chances that I have nothing to do with.
And I've never disagreed with that once. But what I'm saying is you should focus more on the stuff that you can control. And you should be more annoyed with the stuff that you can control rather than the stuff that you can't control. Because, bro, guess what? We can't do shit about the VAR. We can't go work on it in training because our clubs, Klopp can't coach the referees. He can only coach the players. The players can train. This is what I'm saying. You're putting your emphasis, in my opinion, in the wrong area. You should put your emphasis on the players, not the referees. As much.
I think the referee incompetence need to be called out by everyone. And I think
don't disagree.
And I think all 20 Premier League clubs need to escalate it. And I think these Premier League referees need to be held accountable. I'm not talking from a Liverpool perspective anymore. I'm speaking generally. Burnley could get relegated because of that game. Wolves could get relegated because they had 10 points or 9 points robbed off of them. There are other guys. Sometimes as top 6 fans, sometimes we get too arrogant. We think that other clubs don't matter. All clubs matter, and all these referees' decisions, that week in, week out, there's some idiotic, stupid decision, and this is why I will not be quiet on it. In general, I called out decisions that went against Man United. I need these referees to grow a pair of balls and make right decisions in games. There needs to be competence, and I'll be honest with you. There's probably about 1-2 good referees in this whole Premier League. Maybe Michael Oliver, maybe one more guy. The rest all demote them to the championship.
He's not a good referee, Michael Oliver.
I'm saying demote them to the championship. Have repercussions on referees. Why does it, like, Simon Hooper makes the biggest mistake ever, and then a week later he's refereeing Manchester City Spurs?
And he's refereeing the Liverpool Fulham game away. You know that?
Yeah, he's refereeing I'll give you an example, LB. You see how they're doing shit like this on purpose? He's refereeing the Liverpool Fulham away game in a Carabao Cup final.
I think they're taking the piss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To be honest, to actually assign Simon Hooper for that game after Liverpool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like shit. Like
I think they're doing this to spite Liverpool or something, to piss off.
No. LB,
they're
not doing it to spite Liverpool.
Why Simon Hooper? Do you want my theory? Okay, do you want my theory? Do you want my theory about it? It's all about media and propaganda and all about viewership. Assigning Simon Hooper will make this game even more popular.
A lot more.
Already a week ahead. Okay.
What? Yeah, that's the biggest one of waffle I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
You think someone's tuning into this game because Simon Hooper's refereeing the game?
Let me prove it to you with a simple thing. I would not, living in America, not reading the news, would have heard that a week from now, Simon Hooper will be reffing the game of Liverpool. I wouldn't care about who's reffing. But we're sitting on YouTube talking about Simon Hooper reffing Liverpool.
You guys are. I don't want to speak about it.
Yeah, see? That's the point.
You're telling me that people are going to tune in.
You know what? If it wasn't, I promise you something. If it wasn't Simon Hooper, it would not have been news.
Of course it would have been news. Because it would have been news, but no,
it wouldn't have been. If it was Michael Oliver, no. If it was Michael Oliver, it would not have been news. News is something is not normal. Me going walking in the street is not news. Me getting in a car accident, someone robbing someone is news. Someone walking to the store, buying something from the store and walking out isn't news. But
this isn't news.
It is news because we're talking about it and it made news.
Yeah, I don't want to speak about it because I don't think it is news.
Simon Hooper should have been banned from all Liverpool games, but they turned on that decision.
Nah, because you can't do that.
I'm using logic, you aren't. It would not have been news. Why am I talking about it now? Why did it pop up on my timeline? Why did it pop up on Google when I get Google News? Because it's news. Because nobody's expecting a game like this to be managed by Simon Hooper who made a mistake. That's what I'm saying. They succeeded. It made news.
Yeah, but then and what? Nothing's going to happen. No one's going to tune into this game because he's refereeing the match. So it's not going to change anything.
It changes the narrative, though.
You can't. Yeah, but you can't just say.
You know why it changes
made
the
a
narrative?
Mistake against Liverpool, so you'll never be able to referee another Liverpool.
LB, you know why it changes the narrative? Because there's no VAR in the Carabao Cup semi-final.
Right.
So it's 100% in Simon Hooper's hands. And by the way, what Mo's saying
definitely news
is real. You know, if Michael Oliver was assigned to that game or any other referee, no one would have said anything. Literally no one. But because of Simon Hooper, it's news. He's right about that part, 100%.
I don't know. I don't think it is, to be honest. It is what it is.
Anyway, let's move on to KDB. Oh my God, we spent so much time. KDB. And I have to ask a question. And in the chat, people, I'm gonna put a statement out. Okay. If I ask
be careful what you say about my number 8 because I'll expose you. Because I know what you said.
No, hold on. Name one player. If I ask people, name one player in the history. Oh, okay, there is many, but name one player that one game made them sit with the greats. And if it wasn't for that one game, they would have been just a good player. Isn't this Steven Gerrard?
No. Now you're being
why not?
Because Steven Gerrard.
Actually, I don't want to ask you. Actually, I don't want to ask you.
No, Mo, you cannot do that. You cannot stop me.
You will talk. You will talk.
No. I'm gonna correct you now. You're not gonna waffle. Because I don't like.
I asked the question. So answer the question.
Steven Gerrard was a Premier League footballer from 1996 till 2015. You cannot be a Premier League footballer for nearly 20 years and be known for, it's just that one game.
Gareth Barry was a footballer.
There is an FA Cup final called the Gerrard final. There is a piece of commentary that is iconic. He can hit one. He can hit one. Olympiacos. I can name you so many moments. Champions League against Marseille. Peter Drury. Martin Tyler.
Only you remember.
Only Steven Gerrard can do that. Stuff like that. There's so many things that I can name you. There's even stuff that commentators have said across history. Steven Gerrard's goal against Germany in the 5-1 game. Steven Gerrard leading comebacks for Liverpool Football Club. Steven Gerrard outplaying the entire pitch against Real Madrid. Steven Gerrard kissing the camera away at Old Trafford against Prime Ferguson in a 4-1 win.
None of them is lifting an actual major trophy other than the Champions League.
LB is a City fan and he's around my age. He can name you the Steven Gerrard winner at the end.
You can correct me. I'm saying just...
I have corrected you, just using fresh memory.
You're using whatever. LB, I'm asking you a genuine question, and don't tread on your when you talk to Husam. Okay, don't tread on your feet.
No, don't do that. Like
what does that even mean? Don't.
I don't know how you say that. Okay, but you know my point. If Steven Gerrard didn't win the Champions League,
I don't know what that means. Okay.
Oh my God.
If Steven Gerrard didn't win the Champions League, if he didn't play that game, would he have been in talks with the greats like the Lampard, the schools that won.
I've got to say, first of all, I'm backing my player, just to put it out there, bro. But you can't say that.
All right.
If you want to ask me the truth, because we're going to do this.
If it wasn't for this game, what's the difference? So FA Cups count as something that, because nobody talked about the FA Cups. Like, it's not like the magic of the cup.
Just go to YouTube right now, search the Gerrard final.
The reason that they have to put that in, so I can answer that bit. The reason they have to put that in there is because obviously he's not lifted that many trophies, and therefore they have to put in that FA Cup final type situation. So that's the reason they have to go in there. I think that's the genuine answer to that question.
Yeah,
the
but
first
Gerrard
question
is a record breaker in terms of English footballers. He's the only English player to score in every final there is. Only. In history, not Wayne Rooney, not all the English greats. He's the only guy to score in every single final. Europa League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, every final possible he scored goals in. And he holds the record for appearances in the Premier League team of the season. The reason why that debunks Mo's point, if he was only known for one game, he wouldn't be the record breaker for so many individual stuff. He's the only English player alongside John Terry to make 3 World 11s. He's the only guy to make 3 Champions League teams of the season. He made the top 3 in a Ballon d'Or. That is not, you cannot minimize that to a one-game player. Like, we cannot do that. We have to.
I agree. Listen, I think Kevin De Bruyne is a better player than him. I think Kevin De Bruyne's a better player than Gerrard. Yeah, I think he's a better player. No, wait a sec. I just defended you there, Husam, and then you're coming back at me. I think the question that Mo asked initially was unfair question, because you can't just say, "What about if this didn't happen?" Because it did happen. So you can't exclude it. But
by the way,
opinion,
Steven Gerrard didn't score in the 2007 final, so it doesn't matter. So that's factually not true what you just said. Go ahead.
I said in every single final.
He didn't score in the final of the Champions League 2007.
Do you mean like every
Look
final?
Look at Mo changing my words. In every single final, like every type of final.
So FA Cup.
So I said
every type of final. Okay.
That's what
he's the only player to score in every final. So
I can't lie. You're not handling this debate very well.
I am not.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not. And also,
I'm admitting
I need to just literally just go give.
I am admitting I am not handling this.
Back. I'll let LB speak for 10 seconds uninterrupted. I'm going to go by and come back just 10 seconds. I just want to expose Mo quickly. Guys, Mo said Gerrard is better than Xavi. This is the same guy.
As a player, 100%, yes.
There you are. There you are.
On 100%. This is my opinion. I think Gerrard, as a football player, is better than Xavi.
As a football player, I think he's better.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. But Xavi, 1 minute. Do you think you're going to expose me? I didn't change my narrative.
No, I don't. The guy who's better in one game. By the way, I'm just going to go give.
No, I am not changing.
The guy who's ALB, the guy who's known for one game in his life is better than fucking Xavi. Can you imagine?
Don't understand the point. You don't understand the point.
I think as an all-round footballer, Gerrard is a better player than Xavi. Yes. I think technically, Xavi is probably a better player.
No, I think Gerrard is very good. Like, I think Gerrard.
Not technically. I think
there are many aspects LB to the game.
No, I agree. That's why I said all-round player. I think Gerrard has more to his game than Xavi. But as a technical type of player, Xavi is probably a better player technically because he come through the Barcelona youth.
Maybe, because I think Gerrard has way more. I'm gonna tell you why. Gerrard has way more shots from outside, like the way he shoots, the way he plays long balls. I think is better.
It's all round better than Xavi.
Okay, so there are because what I mean technically.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
But I don't want to get into Xavi. If you think
okay, let's put the Xavi thing to one side.
Put the Xavi on the side. Kevin De Bruyne versus Gerrard.
He's a better player, in my opinion.
Who's a better player?
Kevin De Bruyne.
And better trophy cabinet.
I think he's got a better trophy cabinet. He has an insane highlight reel, just as Gerrard does. I think technically, he's up there. Gets the goals, gets the assists. He can do it all. I think he's the best creative player this country has probably seen in the Premier League era for sure.
But he plays in way better team. Do you think City are good because Kevin De Bruyne?
Okay. No, I can disprove that because
you know exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah, of course I do. Because I've had this debate about 10,000 times. He done this at look what he done at Wolfsburg then. So people say, oh, he's only done it because it's the City. Well, look what he done at Wolfsburg. Look what he done at Wolfsburg. Guy cooked at Wolfsburg. And also, just as I said before, you cannot say well, if you put Gerrard in a better team. Sorry, you said before, what about if you get rid of the Champions League? And I said you can't do that. You also can't do, well, what about if you put Gerrard in a better team? Because you didn't do it. You can only judge them off what they've done. You can't start making hypotheticals and say, well, what about if you put Gerrard in this team? He didn't do it.
Very
That's
fair.
not my problem. If Gerrard's then butthurt that he's not, I'm saying Kevin De Bruyne over Gerrard because it's not my fault he stayed at Liverpool. He could have left. He could have gone to Chelsea. The guy didn't want to. And then maybe we'd have a different conversation. But you can only judge it off the facts. That's why it's not fair to say, what about without the Champions League? And what it's not fair to say, well, what about if he was playing in a different team? Because he didn't. You can only judge him off what he did.
It is fair. I'll tell you why it's fair to say that. First of all, Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Mo Salah.
Not fair to say
all the great players that I've seen in my life, there's only one player that I actually claim is the best in his position in Premier League history, and that's Stevie G. I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the best winger in Premier League history. I think Henry is the best player in Premier League history. I think John Terry is the best centre-back in Premier League history. I think Petr Cech or Peter Schmeichel is the best goalkeeper in Premier League history. I'm not biased to my club when it comes to genuine conversations.
I like that introduction.
No, but I'm being real with it because I'm not just anything Liverpool is better than anyone else. But with Steven Gerrard, people need to understand Steven Gerrard is bigger than just stuff that happened on the football pitch. And I'm actually going to have a real conversation right now. The reason why Liverpool Football Club have a global fan base is Steven Gerrard. The reason why people in Thailand, in Malaysia, in Indonesia grow up supporting Liverpool Football Club is because of Stevie G. Like, people need to understand the impact that he had on Liverpool.
Champions League final
in his 20-year career is completely different to just what happened on the pitch and trophies.
Yeah, but that's a bit waffle, though. That's not the question,
let me speak. Now, for me, I will never compare two individuals using trophies. I've never done that because if it's that stupid, I'll just say Scholes is better than KDB. I believe KDB is better than Scholes because I'm not a trophies guy. I'm not going to sit up here. Scholes has 11 Premier Leagues and Scholes has 2 Champions Leagues, so he's better than KDB. It's not my fault that KDB didn't play in the Premier League for 30 years. I never say that shit. I'll always look at context and I'll always look at the player as a footballer. Anything that I needed from Steven Gerrard on the pitch, he done. Whether it's defensive, whether it's going forward, whether it's on the ball, whether it's technically. If you needed Gerrard to play centre-back or striker, he could. If you needed to play right back or left wing, he could. If we're talking about carry jobs, we can talk about the 06 final. We can talk about the Champions League, not just the final, the run in general. He carried Liverpool Football Club in 04-05 to a Champions League final. That game right there, if I just tell you the AC Milan team, I know it by heart. If I tell you the AC Milan team that faced us, that's not just a world 11, that's an all-time 11. You're talking about Duda,
Cafu, bro, we know
Nesta.
this.
Let me speak. Nesta, Maldini, Yapstam, Pirlo.
We already know this, bro.
Let me speak. No. I have to reiterate. Crespo, Shevchenko. And then you look at the Gerrard team, and you look alongside him, you've got Jimmy Traore, you've got John Arnerisa playing left wing, you've got Didi Hamann, you've got Xabi Alonso with no beard at the time. He didn't even have a mustache yet. You're talking about Jerzy Dudek in goal. You're talking about stuff like that, and he still managed in that game to score a header and win Liverpool a penalty. Steven Gerrard carried Liverpool Football Club for a really long time. Now, I will not tax a player who was in a situation that could not help him win trophies. Because Liverpool Football Club could have won the Premier League 2 years in Steven Gerrard's career. And that's 08-09. Number one, first season. 08-09, Rafa Benitez cost us the league because he sent Robbie Keane back to Tottenham Hotspur. We all know Fernando Torres is injury prone. David Ngo ended up playing striker for the second half of the season. And that season, 08-09, let me tell the people quick information because, see, I know my shit. That season, there were 6 players nominated for PFA Player of the Year. 5 of them played for Manchester United, and 1 guy played for Liverpool Football Club, and that's Stevie G. And that year, despite us not winning anything that season, Steven Gerrard still made the World 11 because it shows you how amazing and incredible his level was. That week alone,
we know this.
Let me speak, brother. What he did against United and Real Madrid alone is unbelievable. And in 13-14, if I bring Neymar, Messi, Ronaldinho, and Cristiano Ronaldo and put them in the same team alongside Sacco, Skrtel, Klein, Flanagan, and Simon Mignolet, they're not winning the league. There is no team that will ever win the English Premier League conceding 55, 60 goals. And that is what the Liverpool defense was that season. Yes, he slipped. We all know that. There's no need for dumb jokes. We know he slipped. But that's the one player I'll argue like ahead of everyone.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's a disaster in his career. Probably one of the biggest moments.
I promise you. KDB for me has overtaken Paul Scholes. I think KDB has overtaken Cesc Fabregas. I have KDB in the top 4. The 4 best Premier League midfielders for me are Gerrard, Lampard, Vieira, and KDB. Those are the 4 for me. I think are the best 4. Now, if I were to measure this whole thing using just trophies, Let us, the next time we make a Premier League all-time 11, let us all sit back and just put the Man United players. There's no need for us to mention anyone else. It's a Man United 11 then. Thank you.
So do you believe that Gerrard is a better player than KDB? So
yes, better footballer, better technically.
I don't think he's a better footballer. I don't think he's a better.
What do you mean a footballer, Husam? A better midfielder than KDB?
Yes. I don't think there's anything KDB can do on the pitch that Gerrard can't. He's complete.
I don't think so.
Gerrard is one of the most complete midfielders of all time.
What can Gerrard do that Kevin can't do? I would say Kevin driving forward with the ball is better than Stevie G.
Gerrard driving forward with the ball.
I think Kevin De Bruyne driving forward with the ball and then picking out a pass at the end is probably better than Stevie G. Is my opinion on that. Well, go on then. What do you think that Steven Gerrard can do that Kevin De Bruyne can't do?
You know what works against KDB in these arguments? The year that KDB was out for a whole season and they won the league, and the Champions League final that they won, he didn't even play in. If Gerrard didn't play in 04-05, Liverpool wouldn't have made the final to begin with.
No, that's just waffle.
Facts are now waffle. 18-19, did you not win the whole league without Kevin De Bruyne?
Yes, we did. So that make him a crap player. Does that make him a crap player then? What does that even mean?
See how he said, Mo, you notice what he just did? See how he changed my argument? Did you call him a crap player? So a top 4 Premier League midfielder of all time is a crap player now to you?
You're saying that because he didn't play in a year that we won the league. What does that even mean? What are you even trying to say?
Okay, I'll tell you what does that mean. If Steven Gerrard doesn't play for Liverpool any of those years, we don't even finish in the top 10.
You didn't even win the fucking league, bro. You didn't win the league with him once. If he was that good of a player, you're telling me he's the best Premier League player of all time. You're telling me he can't even win you a Prem. And his biggest moment in the Premier League,
no one player can win you a Prem. No, not a single one player can win you a Prem.
Yeah, we could lose it though, just like Steven Gerrard did when he fell over.
Winning trophies is a team effort.
Yeah, losing them as an individual when he fell over. That's his biggest moment in the Premier League. Now you're just doing
narratives.
It's not narratives, it's the truth. If he doesn't slip, he'd probably go and win the league.
If I got Messi in that Liverpool team, we're still not winning the league. It has nothing to do with...
It's not a narrative what I just said. If he doesn't slip, you probably win the league. You probably win the league if he doesn't slip.
No,
his biggest Premier League, one of his biggest Premier League moments is a massive L.
Palace. We don't win the league. We draw against Palace. Was that Gerrard's fault as well? Did he slip 3 times?
He didn't need to beat Chelsea though. He didn't need to beat Chelsea. He could have took a point.
Now you're talking the reality. And who caused us failing in that game then?
Gerrard falling over. Gerrard falling over because then you had to push forward and then they got you on the break and scored another one.
Okay then.
Well, is that not true? You needed to draw.
The reason why we didn't.
You didn't need to win that game. You didn't need to win that game. A draw would have been fine.
Game to begin with. Huh? And you're waffling here about slipping. LB, you're a concentrator.
The slip cost you.
LB, you're a concentrator.
It was 0-0. You didn't need to win that game.
You're better than just saying shit that 15-year-olds regurgitate in the chat. Be genuine.
No, because you just hang on a minute. You just said Kevin De Bruyne didn't play in a season that we won the league, and now you're talking about what 15-year-olds say.
No, but I'm not talking about narratives. I'm talking about something that actually happened.
That was a narrative. That was a narrative. You implied that he's not that great because we didn't need him.
No, I never said that. I said
what did you mean? What did you imply? What did you mean when you said that?
Kevin De Bruyne is one of the 4 best midfielders in Premier League history. Kevin De Bruyne, alongside Mo Salah, over the last 6-7 years, have been the best and most consistent players in the league. I actually defend KDB. I don't insult KDB. I think he's the closest thing we've seen to Gerrard. But what works against him in said arguments is the year that he did not play at all, City still won the league, and the Champions League final that you did win, he did not play in. And there were people from your own fan base, and you heard this yourself, talking about in the second half of the season, last season, Gundogan was your best midfielder / your best player. Now, in Liverpool Football Club, that was never the case. There was never a moment where we're like, this guy's more important than Steven Gerrard.
That's a club issue. That's not a player issue.
Thank you. And that's why I'm not going to blame him not winning a trophy on a club issue.
But I can blame him for falling over and costing your team a title.
Okay, let me give you.
This is just unlucky. By the way, this is just
Jose Mourinho came to Brendan Rodgers and he wanted that game postponed. Brendan Rodgers refused. Brendan Rodgers then proceeded, as you just said, in a game that he did not need to win, to play at the highest line we have seen all year that year against Chelsea Football Club, and then that incident happened. And also, people keep talking about the slip. We lost the league against Crystal Palace, the 3-3 draw. Did Gerrard slip 3 times? Or did that game not show
that was
the real reason why we did not win the league?
No, the Chelsea one was the important one.
The defense is the real reason why we didn't win the league. That defense is not good enough. And the goalkeeper. That's why when Klopp came in, by the way, there's not a single one of them.
You screwed the Palace game up because you lost against.
Yeah, but Gerrard didn't slip 3 times that game.
Yeah, no, but you don't need to do what you did in the Palace game if Gerrard doesn't slip.
You're missing the point. That defense is not good enough to win a league title with anyone. With any team.
You were top of the league.
Yes, we were top of the league, but that defense is not good enough to win a league title.
This is just
and the Palace game proves what I'm saying.
The
game after Chelsea, to be honest, Sam, you cannot call a player the best player in the history of the Premier League if he doesn't win the title. If he doesn't lead his team, if he doesn't lead his team to win the title, I don't think you can. With all due respect, Steven Gerrard might be amazing, might be phenomenal, might be great and everything, but we can't sit here and say he's the greatest Premier League.
I can, and I will continue to do so. And
he's top 4. He's top 4 for me, but he's not.
But to be honest with you, like it's just
let me tell you why I'll continue.
You can't do that. No. I know your team.
Ronaldo Nazario as the third best footballer of all time. He never won the Champions League.
Which very
Eric Cantona never won the Champions League.
But he won Ballon d'Or 3 times.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic never won.
And he won the World Cup. So that's the difference. He won Ballon d'Or 3 times and he won the World Cup for his country. Right? So that's completely different. Winning the World Cup for your country is amazing.
He won it alone that year, right? Not Ronaldinho, not Roberto Carlos, but not that unbelievable Rivaldo.
So what do you mean? So he scored 8 goals in that tournament. So Steven Gerrard didn't win the Champions League final, didn't win the FA Cup. He had a team next to him. All right. What the fuck are you talking about? You're waffling, bro.
You're talking about Ronaldo carrying these players. He never carried them.
If it wasn't for Ronaldo, Brazil would not have won the World Cup in 2002.
I agree with you. I don't
point.
Disagree with that statement. That doesn't mean he carried them, though.
I actually it's unfair to other players, especially the players that actually, and it's not only about a trophy. It's about, to be honest, it's about you carrying. It's no. It's about you being the most influential player in your team winning the Premier League. For example, KDB, clutch, right? Of course, there are other players. KDB is not going to play one player against 11. That's not going to happen, right? He has to have good team around him to win. What LB said is actually very true, and I think it makes a lot of sense, right? I think Steven Gerrard is one of the best, but again, we cannot say if he played for something, and because KDB plays for Man City, and because Lampard played with Mourinho and this and that. The facts are they played for this team, so we only can judge them based on where they played. I cannot say if Hatem Ben Arfa was coached under Pep Guardiola, hence he is the best player in the Premier League. I can't say that. The facts are Steven Gerrard played in that era of Liverpool, that he didn't win the league. That's the fact. And we can't change that now. Exactly. It's not his fault, but we can't change it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to blame a player for being loyal. I'm not. So
we aren't. We aren't.
Not. We're
just saying it's on the club why we didn't win the league. It's on the club. It's not on.
And we're not okay. So see, it's not on Steven Gerrard. It's not on Steven Gerrard. Okay. Even if I go with that narrative, but I can't judge Steven Gerrard based on if Steven Gerrard was in this Liverpool team, if Steven Gerrard was in this.
No, I can because you're talking about the team trophy.
But you can't though, bro. You can't.
I'm judging individuals.
That's not what happened in the history. That's not what happened in the history.
I'm judging individuals.
It's not what happened. That's the problem. Husam, you're not.
Who's the best striker in the Premier League over the last 10 years?
Harry Kane.
He never won the Premier League. You cannot say that.
Actually, I'll take that back. Over the 10 years.
Oh, see now you got caught. You got caught. You waffled.
I didn't. You're waffling. Stop waffling. Because you said 10. I thought you said 5. Over the past 10 years, it has to be Aguero who had clutch moments.
Better than Aguero. Don't even start.
Bro, Aguero led his team to titles.
You have to recognize context. Aguero never led his team. Now you're waffling again.
Didn't lead the team. He literally scored the winner in 2012. What are you talking about?
People need to change people need to change learn the definition of the word carry. Because people throw the word carry for everything. 04-05 Gerrard is a carry job. When you say carry, Aguero carried. So Aguero carried.
What you did? You because I misheard you. No. You aren't gonna speak on this. No.
Aguero carried David Silva. Aguero carried Vincent Kompany.
But that's his job to score goals.
What are you talking about, bro? In 2012, he got 33. He got 33
now
GA.
Proven change the argument.
He got no.
What do you mean? I heard you wrong, bro. I heard
you on the Aguero thing. Yeah,
when
he got 33 GA.
I remember that Aguero was here until like 3 years ago. So 7 years of Aguero. I'm not gonna ignore
3 years ago. Aguero left 4 years ago.
How can you say he didn't carry the team?
6 years of Aguero in the Prem,
bro.
and 10 years of Kane, where he was top goal scorer 6 times.
How can you say Aguero didn't lead the team?
Spurs didn't win the Prem?
He's literally the definition of leading the team. He
If
scored in
you're
the
asking me over
93rd
15
minute,
years,
bro.
it's definitely Aguero. Over
We're
the past
talking
10
about a
years.
clutch goal.
He also got 33 GA in the same
Okay,
season.
KDB didn't lead your club last season. Haaland didn't lead your club. Rodri did because
KDB didn't lead the club. What did he do in the last game of the season?
No, Rodri scored the clutch goal. Using your logic, Rodri scored the clutch goal, so he led the club.
But what about in the final game?
What about? Don't say what about because it changes the narrative. Stick to a narrative, and I'll respond to you. You want to be genuine? I'll be genuine. You want to do agendas? I'll do agendas. I'm here for both types of conversations. When it comes to football players, I will never ever blame an individual for never winning a trophy, and I'll be damned if you ever hear
nobody did that. I didn't.
I will never ever use the trophy in a player comparison ever because
can I ask you something?
I think KDB is better than Scholes. I think KDB is better than Scholes.
So why can't we use? Why can't if you are okay? Let me ask you something. If you are influential in a trophy, why can't we judge you based on how clutch you were in a trophy and how influential you were on a team?
Man.
Okay.
Facts.
Why can there is a difference? There is a difference. Husam, let me finish, Malish.
Ask the question.
Husam, let me finish, please. There is a difference between someone coming off the bench. Like I can't say Rico Lewis is better than this because he was part of the treble. But I can say if someone is very influential in the team, like Rodri, like KDB, I can judge them based on a trophy. Your argument against Scholes is that he was part of a machine. Do you think KDB is part of a machine, or do you think he's a difference maker for Man City? That's the question. This is how you judge players.
That's not my argument. Don't ask me a question. That's not my argument.
See, you don't want to answer the question because you know that when you answer that question, you will be led. You don't want to.
There's no commenting, man.
I know you don't want to answer that. Because if you answer that question, you will know that some trophies might matter. No, but you're not answering the question.
Why are you explaining to the people why you asked that question? We already know why you asked that
because you didn't want to answer the question.
Because you want to act like I said
you literally asked me. You literally asked me. I asked you to ask you a question, and you don't want to answer the question. Okay, you don't want to answer the question, bro.
Okay, are you done? Why are you acting like I said something I didn't? Did I ever say KDB is not a needle mover?
No.
I just said KDB. Bro, let me speak. I just said KDB.
You just accused me of saying something. I just said
KDB is the top 4 in Premier League midfielder of all time. So obviously I rate him highly.
Top 4? We all rate him higher, and we rate Gerrard high, and we rate Lampard high. But it's all about who's the greatest. The argument here in this show, the argument is who's the greatest. It's not who do we rate. It's not who do we rate. We rate them all.
There are City fans who think, Toure is their best ever midfielder. There are City fans who think David Silva.
Because you have nobody else to actually say that other than Jordan Henderson.
Habibi, can I speak 10 seconds uninterrupted?
Go ahead.
There are City fans who think David Silva is the best City midfielder of all time. There are City fans who think Toure is the best City midfielder of all time. So it's not even a consensus who the best City midfielder is to begin with. Now, you ask that question to try to change my argument and back me into a corner that I did not want to be in to begin with. I've never ever said that KDB is not a needle mover. I'm talking about the word carry. When you say the word carry, KDB did not carry Gundogan. He did not carry Mahrez. He did not carry Rodri.
He literally played Gundogan on the line to score the goal that he won the league against Aston Villa. Yeah. KDB put the ball on the line of the goal for Gundogan to tap it in. Literally. Like what I'm saying now is a literal thing. Right? I'm not discounting Gundogan's run and Gundogan's clutch and Gundogan's experience. But he literally did that, Husam. And by the way,
so that's one game won them the league.
I can claim. No, this moment literally won them the league, Husam.
Yeah, that's one game won them the league, 100%. The other 37 games didn't matter. So the other 37 games.
Do you want me to tell Listen, I'm gonna respond. He asked me and I'm gonna respond. Do you know why this game by itself won them the league? Right? Because you and them were head to head for the rest of the league. So if we cancel the whole league, you cancel each other. That game won them the league. Because you know what? If two fighters are fighting each other, right, and they have exactly equal points, we could have canceled that and played 5 minutes to see who's gonna win. That's why penalties, bro. When you play penalties, if you draw 4-4 and you play penalties, did the penalties win you the game? Yes. You know why? Because it's called you canceled each other during the game. During the 37 games, you canceled each other. you got the same points or you got whatever, very, very close.
We did not get the same.
Let me ask you something. If Man City didn't win that game,
They were
if
a point
KDB,
ahead.
okay, if Man City didn't win that game, would they have won the league?
If Liverpool did not beat Spurs the week before, if Liverpool did not draw against Spurs the week
but
before,
you did. But you did. So you
and
can't.
but they were
So
1
during
point ahead.
37 games, did you?
So you ask me
did
an
you,
if question. Ask you an if question back.
No,
you
no.
get angry.
See the difference. I gave you a statement. You didn't
There's
like
no
it. I
difference.
said
You make if
you
statements.
literally cancelled each other during 37
No, we did not
games,
cancel each other
and
out
it
because they were 1
required
point ahead.
one last push. It required one last push.
We did
at
not
the end.
cancel each other out because they were 1 point ahead.
Nah,
Listen
that's
to what
poor,
I'm saying. Instead
Husam.
of being
Bro, that's poor,
their
man.
agenda 24/7.
Nah,
They were
that's
1
poor,
point
bro.
ahead.
Nah,
Canceling each other out equals same points.
bro, it
That's
was
called
neck and
cancelling
neck,
each other
bro.
out.
It was neck and neck.
Neck and neck is not cancelling
And
each
he
other
provided the
out.
assist to
Choose-
win us
choose
the
better
league.
terminology then.
He provided the assist to win us the league.
Fantastic.
Big moment. Big
No,
moments.
factually, he did not. Factually, he did not. Because the other 37 games matter just as much. Because it's a 3-point system, in case you're unaware. So the game that you won in August, you also got 3
Okay,
points.
then. So Steven Gerrard, yeah, he didn't win you the Champions League in the final because what about the semi-finals, the quarterfinals, the group stages? We just think that because that's your logic. That one game, that one game doesn't matter. So we'll go back to the group stage and say a John Arisa header from the group stage and go, it was actually his goal in that game.
John Arisa never scored a header.
Right, well, you got a good memory, bro. But that's what you just said. You just said the single game doesn't matter. It's the previous game. So I'll come back to you and say, all right,
In a league,
Istanbul don't count.
In a league, yes.
Oh, what? Oh, it's in the league then. Doesn't count. It counts.
No, in a league.
So your argument is it works for me in my competition, but because your argument is the league, we'll just say it doesn't work in the league.
No, that's not my argument.
Even though that was effectively a final.
In a 38-game season, where you get 3 points for every win, the first game matters just as much as the last. And we did not cancel each other out because we weren't on the same amount of points.
But it was effectively a final.
To claim Kevin De Bruyne won you that league title is just 100% false.
I'm not saying he won us the league, but I'm saying he provided a huge
Kevin De Bruyne did not win you the league because there are other people who say Gundogan won you the league. And there are other people who say this guy.
You literally just said Gerrard won you the Champions League.
Yes, correct. That season, yes.
See, why is it that not the same?
But I'm establishing the definition that you're refusing to listen to. I'm saying you cannot carry great players. You understand? So Kevin De Bruyne did not carry Gundogan and Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne did not carry elites. That's why I will never claim Scholes or KDB or Lampard or Vieira carried anyone. Carrying is a big word. To carry is to have a shit team and to take them to success. That is to carry. And that has only happened in football. You can count on one hand how many times it's happened in football. So carrying someone to a massive throw, you have to have shit teammates. Or at least most of them being not good enough. So that's the same logic I use with Aguero and Kane. Aguero did not carry Yaya Toure or David Silva or Fernandinho or Vincent Kompany. He didn't, or Joe Hart even. He didn't carry them. He was maybe the best player a year they won the league or stuff like that. I recognize that. Now, back to the main argument that you both deflected from 100 times. The reason why I don't use trophies to compare individuals is because context matters for every different individual and every different team. Now, with Steven Gerrard, I know for a fact, had he moved to Chelsea, he'd won a league title. Had he moved to Real Madrid when Mourinho wanted him, he'd won La Liga. Had he moved to Inter Milan when Mourinho also wanted him there, he would have also won a league title. So that's the exact reason why I cannot bring up trophies as a measure of comparison. And I use the same logic for everyone. Harry Kane, for me, is one of the 3 greatest Premier League strikers, or maybe 4 greatest Premier League strikers we've ever seen. He never won the Premier League, but I'm not going to take away his golden boots, his individual achievements, just because he played for Tottenham Hotspur. That's not my logic. That's not how I look at football. I don't look at football using trophies because, once again, using that logic, then it's not KDB or Gerrard who's the best Premier League midfielder of all time. Scholes is, because he has 11 Premier Leagues and 2 Champions Leagues. So let's just end the video and stop chatting shit if it's about trophies.
Yeah, but you're changing your tune, though, bro, because you can't just say that he didn't. That's not a huge moment for Kevin De Bruyne, and then just say, oh, but for Gerrard it is. You can't do that, bro. You lose credibility when you do that.
Because it's a league season versus a knockout competition.
Nah, I think you lose credibility when you do that.
Can I ask
no, I don't lose credibility at all. In a knockout competition, you can win games. In a league title, not a single player can win a league title by himself. Not a single. Mo Salah can't win a league title by himself. Trent can't. Van Dijk can't. Not a single player on this planet can win. Messi cannot win a league title by himself. Everyone in a league season from August till June, you need a team, you need a squad, you need a manager, because a manager will win you 6 points and another player will win you a game. Origi won us games, bro, in the season we won the league.
So the fact that you say that Gerrard carried you in that,
Yes,
because he scored goals in that season, you still had good players. Everybody,
name
Sami
them.
Hyypiä, what's his name, Carragher. You had other players. Of course, you didn't have Man City players. Of course, you didn't have Man City players. But at that time, what do you mean? Why are you laughing? I don't get it.
Carragher and Sami Hyypiä.
Jordan Ariza was known for his left foot. You just refuse to
Carragher and
admit
Sami
that.
Hyypiä are not even top 15 Premier League centre backs of all time.
But as a team, they were good with Gerrard. That's the difference.
No, they were not. You know why? We finished 5th that year, so we were not good. We finished below Everton.
Hang on a minute, yeah. If you actually look at the Champions League run, right, the 6 Champions League group games, Gerrard missed 3 of them, didn't play in 3 of them.
All right.
Right. So your team still qualified out of the group stage without him playing in 3 games. Right. So I won't call him carried there. The last 16, he didn't play in the first leg against Bayer Leverkusen. You won that game 3-1. The second game he played, he got an assist. Quarterfinal, played the first game against Juventus. You won 2-1. Didn't play the second game against Juventus. Drew 0-0. Went through.
You're done. You're done out here, bro. You're done. I didn't know that. You're done out here. You're done out here, bro. You're done. You're done out here, and you can't use that argument ever again. Thank you, LB, for exposing this. You're done, bro. Wallahi, you are done.
You shouting proves I'm right, by the way. I'm so glad I have you.
Wallahi al-Azim, you are done.
I'm so happy I have both of your heads.
You are done. LB, LB, for that.
Shout more,
you are done. For this argument, you are done.
I'm right.
Wallahi, you are done. Let me do this super chat because they're piling up so we can end the show.
I don't know why LB thinks I didn't know this.
BRG, apparently,
I didn't say no. I know you know everything.
You don't even
I knew you do that.
LB, you assumed he knew. But anyway, he knew, and he wanted.
If Gerrard doesn't score the goal against Olympiacos, we don't even make it out the group stages to begin with.
But he did it again. The other games, again, it's the same thing. He missed a lot of games, so you can't say he carried you. Same as Messi winning the Champions League in 2006. He played some games, a lot of games.
And he scored the 3rd goal. What are you waffling about?
See that? 3rd goal in the 3-0.
And this is why City fans, no one respects them. He just said he scored the 3rd goal. He don't even know the context for the Olympiacos game. That game
teaches
that you know why the commentator said he can hit one. Okay, he can hit one, and it went viral ever since then. Because that goal is the goal that put us through. Because had we won that game 2-1, we'd have been knocked out by goal difference.
So what about the 2 that scored that? What about so let me ask you something. What about the no LB, just what about the 2 that actually led for you to be three goals? The 2 guys that scored the other 2 goals. These are the ones who started this.
Cinema upon goal.
Okay, no.
Tell me where cinema upon goal is from.
No, I don't know. See, you're deflecting.
See,
what about the other? Wallahi, you are deflecting. You are deflecting. Why you don't mention? So he scored the 3rd goal that got you through. It's the same as Kevin De Bruyne giving the assist.
No, in a league season, no, it's not the same.
Yeah, but exactly. What about
in a league season?
Wallahi al-Azim, you're bro.
You lose.
We are never gonna get anywhere with you because you aren't objective. What about the other 2 guys?
You're the
that scored the 2 goals. No, you aren't. What about the other 2 guys that scored the 2 goals that led to Gerrard having a moment? What if Gerrard scored the 1st goal?
He assisted, by the way, that goal as well. He assisted one of those games.
Okay, let me do this. BRG, LB, focus on in-field play. True, but LFC had 2 goals wrongfully disallowed against Burnley. We did everything right, and we were still shafted. Again, going back to Liverpool. Thank you so much. Sorry, BRG, I didn't get that, but I appreciate the super chat. We at the end, listen. If it evens itself out, we'll sit here and say yes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll say that. And if Liverpool lose by 1 point, I will go back to some of the decisions. AK saying, I heard KDB has never scored in a final. Has he?
Don't know.
By the way, sorry, I just checked something. The 3 group stage games he did not play.
He lost. Ill. We're sorry.
We lost.
Ill.
Let me speak. We lost to Monaco 1-0. We drew with Deportivo La Coruña at Anfield 0-0. And we lost to Olympiacos 1-0 away.
That's not true. That's not true. You got beat off Monaco when he played. Bro, it literally says it on my screen. He played 90 minutes against Monaco. He captained the side to a 1-0 loss.
We're not going to fact check.
I got it on the screen, bro. I can bring it up on the screen.
I have it on my screen and it says Deportivo La Coruña, the game that ended 0-0, he didn't play. The Olympiacos loss he did not play, and the Monaco loss he did not play.
Are we gonna focus on the super chats, or are you guys gonna fact check each other?
He's got the wrong information. I'm on the transfer
okay. If I read the super chat, keep it to yourself, Husam, and then you can come back after I finish the super chat.
I cannot keep it to myself. I have to respond to them. If
No. You have to respond to LB, but I don't want to disrespect the guys that
respond to the super chats. I mean,
okay. German Chicken Wing is saying 20 years in the Prem and one fuck all. Zilch, Premier League.
Yes, big up, guys. Welcome to Premier League tennis, where one guy can win a league title. Well done.
Thank you.
The dumbest fucking logic ever, honestly. It's like speaking to a wall. If you argue trophies with me, you'll always lose, because you cannot win a single trophy that is a league season by yourself. Not a single player in history can win a league by himself. You need a whole team.
But he had a whole team.
No, he did not.
He did have a whole team in 2013 when he lost the league by the slip, or 14.
Yeah, he had a whole team. Mignolet, Sacco, Skirtle, Klein.
You had one of the best strikers ever, Luis Suarez.
Yeah, and we conceded 60 goals. What did Ferguson say? Attack wins you game, defense wins you titles. I'm sure he slipped 3 times versus
So let's see if you win the title this year by being the best defense on the best.
And by the way, Mo, you know what? I'm ready to bring the Quran and swear on it right now that 80% of the people in this chat never watched Prime Gerrard one game. Never watched Prime Gerrard.
They are young. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't know
talking to me, you're talking to me.
If you don't know about something, then get educated.
I watched Gerrard, and I know how good Gerrard was. I know how good Gerrard was, but I think Gerrard is very good. I just think I know. I said that many times. He's a better player than I said. Kevin De Bruyne is better player than Xavi, 100%. It's all about, to be honest. My point, it's a conversation, but Kevin De Bruyne, because of the number of trophies he won and how good he is for the City team, well, I think
number of trophies he won. My first initial point hasn't been answered till the second. You know that, Mo? And that's why you're being a fraud today. I'm not
go ahead, fair go ahead.
As the judge. Explain to me how Manchester City were 10 points behind Liverpool. KDB was injured for the whole year and they still won the league. And explain to me why
they have a very good team.
Let me speak. Explain to me why Manchester City's biggest ever moment in their history, the Champions League final, Kevin De Bruyne got injured and they still won the game.
But that's not,
I thought if KDB didn't play, they would be relegated. That's what I thought.
Nobody ever said that.
Oh, we never. You know why?
Never said that, Habibi. Nobody ever said that, Habibi.
Exactly. City have a stacked team then. Don't chat shit.
So City have a stacked team because Kevin De Bruyne is there, or without Kevin De Bruyne?
City can win.
Can I ask you a question? Do you believe City
can win the league without Kevin De Bruyne?
You know what? To end this, I'm asking you one question. City
can win the league without Kevin De Bruyne.
That's it.
Gerrard would be relegated. Liverpool would be relegated without Liverpool.
Okay, that's exactly. If that's your opinion, I think you win the argument.
By
see,
data.
You're saying that's fact, but that's not true though. I actually think that Man City might not have won the treble without KDB last year. The greatest achievement in Man City's history.
Yes,
I believe that.
Judge Mo last season that was saying in the last 6 months Gundogan was their best player. Same footy Judge Mo. He said Gundogan was their best player last 6 months.
I said he's clutch, but I absolutely said that Kevin De Bruyne has clutch moments. Oh my God, as well. I said Rodri actually is very influential in the team.
Oh, Rodri. So it's not. So KDB is not top 2. It's Gundogan and Rodri.
But without KDB, you're comparing 2 different positions. You're comparing 2 different positions.
So Gundogan and Rodri were the 2 most important players. First, thank you for letting me know.
How did you win the Champions League final 2005?
2005, we won the Champions League final. We were 3-0 down to one of the greatest teams ever constructed with a shit team. And then in 6 minutes, we destroyed AC Milan.
How did you win the final?
Steven Gerrard scored the first goal with a header. He won the penalty for the third, and Milan Baros scored the goal in the second.
Okay, so how did you win it?
Not Milan Baros, Vladimir Smitser. Sorry.
How did you win the league game at the end?
Penalties.
Who saved the penalty? The penalty that won you.
Jerzy Dudek saved the penalty.
Jerzy Dudek. So Jerzy Dudek then is the one that is clutch.
Yeah,
not Gerrard. I'm using your freaking logic. See, I can use your logic. Dudek is the one who won you the Champions League.
Because he's the one your logic.
I'm using your logic, wallah.
I'm using your opinion against you, and now you're ratting. Because
I'm actually
this is not the first time I've worked with footy Judge Mo.
I absolutely said that Rodri is clutch.
Last season, he was doing Gundogan prop. He was doing Rodri prop. He never did KDB prop. Now that he wants to do this whole argument thing.
No, but you're missing my. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish and then I'm gonna respond to you. Okay, you finished, but KDB without him last year, I don't think the team wins a treble. It's as simple
Do
as
they
that.
win it without Rodri?
Okay, hold on. I actually think without Rodri, they would not have won it. Without De Bruyne, they would not have won it. Does that make it better for you? Did I say that?
Without Gundogan,
Okay, hold on. I just said that. I said without Rodri, they don't win the treble. Without Gundogan, they don't win the treble. Does that make it better for you? I never argued that City team is good. And in the beginning of this argument,
okay, answer my question. Why are you shouting, Habibi? Just answer.
Because you aren't letting me talk.
If Haaland wasn't there, do they win it? Yes or no? Be honest.
No, I don't think they win the treble.
Oh, we're up to 4 players already. Now,
Exactly.
Without Ederson,
see the problem in the beginning
comparing
of this,
to a completely different situation.
In the beginning, LB, in the beginning of the show, Husam, in the beginning of the show,
there are 5 players.
I'm done here. You're not letting me finish, huh?
Do you win the Champions League without Xabi Alonso?
Yes.
You do, even though, he scored a goal and got did he get an assist and he scored in a pen as well?
You know the problem with you, LB? I just realized you really don't know about like Gerrard's like early career and stuff. You know, in 04-05, Xabi Alonso didn't have a mustache yet. Do you understand? Do you understand that Xabi Alonso was a nobody in 04-05?
Bro, what are you talking
He didn't have
about,
a mustache.
Do you understand that Xabi Alonso was a nobody in 04-05? Do you understand that? Because you're talking about Xabi Alonso that you know now. The Madrid or the Bayern or the later Liverpool years.
No, not man.
Xabi Alonso in 04-05 was a nobody. He just came from Spain for about 2 million.
Your point is, but I'm looking at just stat. Luis Garcia scored 5 goals. Yeah, he got 1 assist.
Luis Garcia. Hey,
Every time we say a name, you laugh.
I have a Luis Garcia signed shirt. I actually met him in Dubai. Great guy.
Do you know the difference between us and you, Husam? We're still arguing that Gerrard is one of the great midfielders. You just want to say he's the greatest.
Yeah.
And you know the difference between me and you is?
I actually don't think Kevin De Bruyne. Hold on. I actually don't think. Okay, let me just.
And you haven't answered the single question.
You want my opinion actually is different. I think the best midfielder in the Premier League, actually, in my opinion,
is Lampard. You told me.
Yeah. I said that many times. I said if I'm choosing a mid,
I got Lampard above Gerrard as well.
I'm actually no. I actually think if you ask a coach. Okay, if you ask me, if I'm a coach and you ask me to choose a midfielder tomorrow and I have 3, KDB, Lampard, or Gerrard, I'm choosing Lampard. Just based on personal, but that's personal preference. Because
I'm choosing KDB, Lampard, Gerrard. That's my top.
That's personal. I am arguing that Gerrard, Husam, the difference between me and you, I'm not saying KDB is the greatest. My argument with you is that both are great. It's a conversation. You don't want to have that conversation. You say it's not.
I've had this conversation. You just
no. You say it's not. You're not accepting.
You haven't answered my questions.
What is your okay? Ask me a question and I will answer it straight.
2 straight questions that you've done, but and you haven't answered.
Fadal.
And if you haven't answered.
Fadal.
Once again, Manchester City were 10 points behind Liverpool in 18-19. How the fuck did they win the league without Kevin De Bruyne? And also, their biggest ever moment in the Champions League final,
I'm gonna answer.
Can I answer last season, now you interrupt. Now you interrupt.
Maybe I want to answer the first. Listen. I'm gonna answer number 1 first.
Mo, you have to let me speak.
It's Mani. I will answer one. I'm gonna let you talk.
Let me ask the question and then I'll go on mute.
I want 1 question first and then I'm gonna answer the second.
One is obvious. I don't need to repeat it. The second one, you just said Gundogan, Rodri, Haaland. Some people will argue John Stones. Some people even say Ederson. That's 5 players right there. And Champions League final, he did not play. And Rodri scored.
That's got nothing to do with it, though, Husam.
Can you ask me one question at a time, Husam?
I've asked you both questions.
No, I want 1 question. See, you're not listening. I want you to ask 1 question at a time.
They were 10 points behind Liverpool.
Because the answer is
we've got a good team.
LB. I was exactly going to say because Man City are a very good team. Because Man City are a very good team. Okay? Moving in. Next question.
I don't get the point. The point is such a weird question.
No, moving in. Next, second question, Husam. Kevin De Bruyne got injured in the final because he got injured and there is nothing to do about it. But he played good in the semi-final. Okay, he played good in the semi-final. He played good before. He got injured, unfortunately, in the final. Very simple. Like Mohamed Salah got injured against Liverpool, against Real Madrid, doesn't take anything away from his magnificent season.
We lost that game, so it doesn't matter. Had he been on the pitch, we win that game.
Assumptions. Fantastic. You're assuming. It's called
and now when I say reality, you don't want to answer reality. I
literally answered your question. You just didn't want to hear it. I literally Man City are a very good team. Gerrard played in a weaker team than this Man City team. What does that prove?
Not just weaker. By far.
What does that prove? Okay, fine. What does that prove?
That proves that my argument regarding trophies is a correct argument. I cannot sit here and compare two individuals that were in two completely different scenarios using trophies. Simple.
We can say that about the trophies.
Without KDB, City win league titles. Without Gerrard, Liverpool get relegated.
That's assumptions as well.
That's
assumptions as well. Okay.
Assumptions.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's assumptions. So you once again you ignore my facts because you lose the argument.
We don't.
18-19.
You keep saying we lose the argument and we
KDB
didn't.
Out the whole year and they win the league.
You keep saying we lose the argument and we didn't.
You say assumptions. I'm not assuming. I'm stating a fact. 18-19. KDB was up the whole
saying
year
it's
and
a
they won
fact.
the league.
Habibi. Yeah. Okay. So that's a fact. But you
Okay,
get
factually,
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
Actually,
You saying, Husam, you saying.
What the fuck did you just say there, bro?
You say, I didn't know what he said. Husam, you saying you'll get relegated isn't a fact. You saying Man City won the league with KDB is a fact.
Yes, okay.
So so I know what you do, Husam. You say one fact and then you say something else and you link two with each other. You say City win the league without KDB and we get relegated, and you assume that both are facts. One is a fact. We agree with you. One is an assumption. So they're not linked.
It's also not our fault that he decided to stay at
now,
Liverpool, Husam. It's also not our fault.
You wanna? I've never said it's your fault. You wanna now in the next 15 seconds make a combined 11 of Gerrard teammates and KDB teammates, and you'll be and you will.
I don't because
you know why you
change
don't.
anything.
You know why you don't.
It's irrelevant.
It's literally irrelevant.
Doesn't matter.
Sam, do you want to meet?
You guys are both barking at me. I can't even get a sentence.
No, you're actually not letting anyone speak on the show. You're
no,
not.
I'm asking.
You are not.
You've been waffling hard, bro.
Oh my God.
You've been waffling hard, man.
We wait for you to finish, and when we try to answer you,
you're not. Every argument is you're waffling because you can't disprove it.
No, I'm not. I never said you're waffling.
Okay, khalas. Let me know when you both are done. Here, I'm quiet. I'll mute myself.
Yes.
Here.
You are quiet. Thank you. For the first time on the show, Husam is quiet, people, so we get to talk. Husam, for the first time on this show, we get to talk. Husam wants to prove his point by saying that trophies don't matter, but he wants to use Gerrard Trophy in the Champions League as the metric for him. That's number one.
And then he also, can I just quickly come in on that, Mo? He then also said, when Manchester City needed to win the game against Aston Villa, therefore basically a final, that doesn't count because it's a league game and the 37 before that just are irrelevant. Okay, sorry.
Sam, it's your time now. You see, we spoke for 1 minute.
I will mute my mic.
Me too. I'm done.
Factually speaking, not my opinion, 18-19, Manchester City were 10 points behind Liverpool and they won the league without Kevin De Bruyne. Any of those years, if Steven Gerrard did not exist for Liverpool Football Club, we do not achieve a single thing. Now, the reason why I think Gerrard's the best ever Premier League midfielder is because he's the best individually as a footballer, and because his individual awards and the stuff that he's been recognized for individually proves my point. When I look at two individuals, I will never compare using trophies, and I use this logic for everyone. I've already said KDB is better than Scholes, even though Scholes is on 11 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues, because it's not a matter of put your trophies on the table. I recognize the teams that said players played for. Now, the reason why a league season and a knockout is not the same, because had Liverpool lost one of those games, they do not win the Champions League. Factually speaking, the 3 points that you won in August have the same quantity as the 3 points you won in May. So it is completely different to win a league season. There has been no player in football history, not Gerrard, not anyone else, who can win a league title by himself. To win a league title from August until May, you need a team, you need a squad, you need a manager. That's why I will not hold it against him, the fact that he did not win the league, because the teams were never good enough or better than teams that we were competing against to win the league. My argument for Gerrard being the best Premier League midfielder of all time is his consistency over a period of 20 years, how versatile he was, how he was capable of playing in all these multiple different positions, how he's the best footballer as a footballer that the Premier League midfielders. And when I talk about individual awards, I'm talking about out of him, Lampard and Scholes, he was the only guy to get 3 times UEFA Team of the Year, 8 times PFA Team of the Season, 3 times World 11, finished 3rd in the Ballon d'Or. He even has more Player of the Month, more Player of the Year, everything, every single thing individually, he got recognized more for. And Steven Gerrard still holds the record for most appearances in a PFA Team of the Season. So it's not just a matter of 04-05 game. I'm talking about a consistent 20-year period. Liverpool in his time were not good enough to win the league. That's not on him. And the way the argument works against De Bruyne is the year that De Bruyne didn't play, they still won the league. So it proves that they do not need De Bruyne to win the league, factually speaking.
Just to respond to a couple of points that Husam said, KDB, and I'm just providing the opposite argument here, and we have to finish the show soon. All right. Just one thing, KDB has been PFA in team of the season 5 times out of 8 seasons he spent here, or 9 seasons. So that's statistically he can make it even this season again. Anyway, I think it's a conversation. To be honest, everybody provided their argument. People can just choose who they want. Let me do the super chat so we can finish. Dylan is saying also Gerrard in a better team hinders him. Big fish.
I'll disprove this logic quickly in 10 seconds.
Yes.
Gerrard, when he went to England in the golden generation, he was one of the few players that got credit. 2012, he made the Euro team of the tournament. And in 2006, England playing Trinidad and Tobago, gonna get knocked out of the group stages. He scores a goal and then he assists the Peter Crouch header. He's one of the few players that actually performed for that golden generation team. Goal against Germany, so many big moments. 2010, go watch right now after this game, Dylan. Go type in England-Hungary friendly highlights. England win that game 2-1 because Gerrard scored twice. The commentator proceeds to say one of the only players that leaves the World Cup with England with any credit, Steven Gerrard. So he performed even in a bigger team. Thank you very much.
Kenneth is saying, Husam, they are trying to rattle you by saying edgy stuff. Okay, we all know Gerrard was a legend. Nobody argued that. No. If they want to big up in Ndombele, let them. Don't stoop to them. So we aren't saying that Gerrard isn't a legend. It's just an argument.
Top 3.
Yeah, so people just don't want to. It's just a conversation.
They get butt hurt, man. They get butt hurt, bro. That's what it is.
I'm not butt hurt at all. I'm just making an argument. I agree.
I like this. This is an argument, and people can.
And by the way, I agree. It's a conversation. I just think Gerrard wins the conversation.
That's a fair argument, bro.
100%.
But when you got a super chatter like that, who thinks like we're just saying it as waffle?
No, we aren't. We aren't. I think we aren't. We aren't just. And if you think you're watching the show and Mo and LB are just saying stuff, I agree with Husam on some things. I agree with LB, and both agree with stuff against me. We aren't just saying stuff to be edgy, and I'm not.
No, I got third in my top midfield list, so obviously that's not edgy, really, is it?
Andrew Wright is saying Liverpool love Gerrard and De Bruyne. I can't choose. He's a Liverpool fan. He loves both.
You know, Mo, we should have had this argument with a Chelsea fan. If you bring a Chelsea fan, they have the stinkiest agenda against KDB. I was on a space once defending KDB against 11 Chelsea fans. You don't know. I actually defend the guy.
They're salty as hell, innit? That's why.
They are very salty. Guys, and they're the same people who minimize Salah as well.
Almost 550 people. While we do these super chats, hit that like button. It's underneath your live chat. Come on, you'll not get this entertainment like without these guys, without us here. This is Footy Judge Mo trying to bring you the best. So hit that like button, at least for these guys taking a lot of their time, almost 2 hours to give you entertainment. Slip 7 is saying slip off. Just
well done.
See, well, once he say slip, once he say slip, okay, Andrew's saying, okay, Gerrard
like my mother knows.
Okay, Gerrard had better career than Kane and Son put together. We go in by trophies and big games. That's why Son and Kane aren't even in a conversation, to be honest, with Gerrard. They aren't. And big games, so don't ever put Kane there, Jones over Bruno. Oh, Curtis Jones over Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, right then.
Yeah, Bruno's a rat. I'm taking anyone over Bruno. I hate that fucker.
7 is saying again, he wasn't loyal. He was threatened by LFC fans. Is that true though?
Go watch the documentary again.
So that's not true.
He said his heart didn't feel right if he moved there.
Yeah, that's not what. That's not what.
Because Liverpool and Chelsea had a mini rivalry at the time.
Yeah.
All right then. Sherman Chicken Wing, because Liverpool best ever player has less. That's why he's answering you.
Thank you, Wikipedia. Well done, Chicken Wing.
But he has less trophies than KDB. But that again,
big up the Wikipedia, the chat. Scholes is better than KDB, Chicken Wing, and you cannot argue it.
Nilo Palace saying LB talks about Luton. Okay, didn't they see Virgil van Dijk was taken down in the box? Oh, that was was taken down in the box, no penalty. He was literally pulled down in the box. First, I had seen Virgil with his hair not tied back. Talk about it.
Bro, you just don't get the point in it. These Liverpool fans just do not understand the take responsibility of your own team. You just don't get it. Look at your own team. No. You just don't get it at all. You can't comprehend looking at your own team and going, Darwin Núñez should score from 2 yards out. You can't comprehend that. It just doesn't enter your brains of like that could be a thing. That's what I'm saying. You can moan about refereeing decisions, bro. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying in a game like that, you probably want to look at the fact that your striker, which cost 80 million quid, missed a sitter from 2 yards. That's what I'm saying. You don't get it. You don't get it. What can I say?
Yep. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, we argued this. We argued this for about like an hour. Nilo Palace saying, Husam, did I hear Carragher?
As soon as most of them know, as soon as you said Carragher and Hipia, when I'm playing Nesta and Maldini,
Liverpool fans used to argue that Carragher is one of the best defenders in the.
Alhamdulillah, I was never one of those guys.
Yeah, but Liverpool fans used to argue that, and I remember that.
I think Hipia before Van Dijk was our best ever Premier League defender. Not even Carragher.
Hipia was good. A lot of people were saying Jamie Carragher is this.
No,
Mr. Happy saying, Mo, your agenda stinks. Husam is cooking. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Happy. Whatever makes you sleep at night, but I appreciate your super chat.
Mr. Happy is a Leeds fan, I think. He's one of just
appreciate the super chat and appreciate the support for the channel. Andrew is saying Champions League final played 4 different positions second half. He powered Liverpool comeback second half, but Haman was amazing. So it wasn't only Steven Gerrard, Andrew. You're proving our point.
The whole Liverpool team in that second half was amazing.
By the way, Steven Gerrard was still one of the players that fell 3-0 behind, wasn't he? But the whole team came back, and the only
no, Mo, don't start this. No, bro, we gotta go, man. We gotta go.
All right. German, look at Husam's face. He's about to.
Because I listen. If you make a dumb point, I'm not gonna respond. If you make a dumb point, I just ignore.
It's not dumb. It's a point, but you don't want to respond. It's up to you. The guy said Haman was good.
The team that goes 3-3 after
German chicken wing.
By the way, you're an Italian fan. Can you tell the people how many goals AC Milan conceded before that game in the whole competition?
No, I can't. I don't, because I didn't win the Champions League that time, and that's not the only trophy.
2 goals.
That's not the only major. That's not the only major.
They conceded 2 goals the whole competition, and then they conceded 3. Gerrard won a penalty and scored a header. Sit on the floor and respect Steven Gerrard. Don't chat shit. Thank you very much.
I don't know the history of that competition because my team didn't win it, and it's not the only major trophy that my legend won. So I need to know every single detail about it. So I don't study it because I watch all the Champions Leagues and the other. So the only major trophy that he won is that one. So you need to remember every single detail. And LB just said that he didn't play 6 games, so that's exactly what it is. And we're not going into that again.
Carabao Cups.
You're now chatting
Liverpool about with Steven Gerrard won everything except the Premier League.
You're talking about that, which is the most important trophy. No, the second after the Champions League. Second. I'll correct myself. Second.
Sit on the floor.
Second. No, here you go. Sam is using the logic trophies don't count because Gerrard has less. You cannot fool me, Sam.
German chicken wing. You have to send a super chat from now to the end of the show with scores greater than Kevin De Bruyne. If you don't, you are a liar and you have disproven your whole logic.
Tiang, thank you so much, German Chicken Wing. He literally responded to every super chat you sent. Tiang is saying football was different 15 years ago. Schools, Lampard and Gerrard were up against elite bowlers. That's very true, actually. Bowlers, week in, week out. Football didn't start in 2013. I rate KDB. So by the way, that's why there is let me just respond to the. That's why there is an argument, people, to be honest. That's why we're sitting here arguing. We aren't disrespecting Gerrard. We aren't disrespecting KDB. We're just arguing who has the greatest. But both, as LB said, top 3. So you can change one here, one there. We aren't saying that Gerrard is in the 10. We're saying Gerrard is top 3, in my opinion. It's KDB, Gerrard, and Lampard, in my opinion.
By the way, Mo, respect for just 5 seconds. You know, that's why the PFA Team of the Year thing, it stands. Because Gerrard had to compete with much better midfielders to get to the team of the season. Like, context matters. Who was KDB's competition for the midfield? Fucking Paul Pogba and Fabinho? Like, It's different when you have to beat Roy Keane, Vieira, these players to be.
But it's not KDB's fault that he played in this era. Listen,
I've never said anything's KDB's
it's not his fault.
fault.
But anyway,
I've never said anything's KDB's fault.
Fries is saying availability is the best ability. How many games KDB missed?
He missed a whole year and they got 98
One of the biggest things against KDB is availability. But that's what makes him even one of the greats, is that when he comes back for half a season, he is so good. By the way, if there was any other player, they would say, but you missed half the season. But that's how influential he is. But anyway, thank you, Prize. I get what you're saying. Dylan is saying KDB has more individual awards, by the way. I actually checked. Both are very, very close, in my opinion. Both are very, very close. Listen, Husam, you're going to go now, I know. But listen, but stay on the stream. It will take you to Husam when he rates.
I'm going to be ranking Premier League managers
by the way. The most fraudulent stream you'll ever watch, that stream.
Listen, guys, this is false advertising. First of all, I'm going to be 10 minutes late because I just have to pray quickly and then I'll start the stream. So go on that stream, click on hit reminder on the stream. I'm going to be ranking Premier League managers from 1 to 20. You get me? That's the next stream coming up. So stick on the stream and it will take you to that one right there. So
yes, guys, and I appreciate everybody. And listen, LB's channel, it is LB in the description. Fantastic content daily for you watch alongs. And also I'm gonna put more LB in the description. So we need more LB to reach 5K or 10K soon. We have to do that. And this is football, of course, is there. And you have to set the reminder for El Ahwa today at 11 p.m. El Ahwa today, people. People, appreciate you guys. Thank you, LB. Thank you, Husam. Fire shows, to be honest. Fire shows. We'll see you guys soon, and we are out of here. Thank you so much.